Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Hello.
There.
Yeah?
Sorry, I thought you were waiting for them to respond.
No, I'm actually just switching to my notes. Apologies. Anyway, hello and welcome. I'm GM Blank, and this is Says vs. Death. We are a tabletop RPG actual play and podcast. You join us today for our Cyberpunk Red campaign. I'm joined with Jessiper and Ewan tonight, and we also have a guest star, Hades, who will be filling in for games this week. Don't worry, he'll be back next week, so all his crazy shenanigans will come. Anyway, say hi, Hades, and tell us about a bit about who you are.
Hi, I'm Hades Driven, and I have been role-playing for quite some time now, probably 15 plus years. Started with Vampire Dark Ages, actually, I believe with Blank and Angus, and games. I have a loving wife who has helped me set this up because feel like I'm a little computer illiterate anymore. I work as slinging vegetables every day at a grocery store, and this is probably my favorite hobby. So I'm really excited to be here. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Jason. I mean, Hades. Fuck.
Yeah,
Anyway.
start off early. Yeah.
Dude,
Woo!
I can't get over it. I know. Anyway, names are a thing of the past. Anyway, I'm going to give a shout out to Pengy and M2 for the raids, guys. I really want to let you guys know that we appreciate them. Thank you. Thank you for bringing viewers and helping out our channel. It's really awesome.
Thank you.
This? Did I do this?
Then I want to move on to a more serious topic, just very briefly. Our hearts and thoughts goes out to the people affected by the Michigan shooting. It's always really painful to hear about. Our games feature a lot of gun violence, but we want everybody to know that we in no way condone gun violence. There is a GoFundMe for the families affected by this tragedy. You can support them at www.gofundme.com/F/Oxford-support. And we'll provide links in the description of the podcast and everywhere you can find it. So, moving on to some brief news today, and then we can get right into our game. We have some house rule changes. I don't know if you guys follow this or not, but Chomp, give her a shout out, for helping me find some auto fire oddness that I had in my rule set. So I switched those, resorting back mostly to the vanilla rules there. I also have stopping power for cover. That's also reverting back to vanilla. Turns out they did a pretty good job with stuff. But, I can't help but tweet. So that is that. Artel Sorian, the people who make Cyberpunk, has some free source material on their site that you can pick up. They released it in honor of the year since launch. So they have a whole lot more, in addition to what we said last week, Elflines MMO content. They added something like 26 settlements, some dungeons, raids, a bestiary, and a huge 11 by 17 printable map, all for free. They also added a 12 Days of Gunmas DLC, which features guns from Cyberpunk 2020 converted using the system outlined in their interface. So definitely go pick those up. Totally free stuff you can get on their website. Also, in addition to that, they'll be at PAX Unplugged this year. So if you guys are out there, you should definitely go check out their booth and give them some support. You could tell them Says vs. Death sent you. and they would have no idea what you're talking about. Last note. We are on the road to get affiliate. We're getting closer. If you guys could help us out by giving us a follow here on Twitch, and also head over to YouTube and like and subscribe to our videos on there, that'd be really great. Yeah, I am done talking, so I'd like to go to a quick recap, which I will pass to the hands of Angus there.
Hi, everybody. So, last session was real brutal for one of us and pretty much okay for the other two. So last session started off with we were finishing up kind of our first interaction with some gangs around Shady Acres, involving and some people from some corp Newsnet. Looking at our building, and then we lost our ability to all of our agents went down, and we no longer had communications. So our intrepid band of heroes, led by Rico, who was Wraith's best friend, led us out towards Rex's house, who was a fixer. So hopefully we could get some more info or get some help from him about what was going on with Shady Acres and this Newsnet. And as we were going down the roads, it started seeming a little weird. And once we pointed out that it was getting weird, turned out Rico betrayed us. Sounds like Newsnet had kidnapped his girlfriend, and a fight ensued. Angus got a phone call from a long lost enemy, and he offered him $100,000 to just walk away. And when Angus told Moxie to go pick up the briefcase, it blew up with a claymore, and Moxie lost most of her hand except for part of her thumb. She had a real rough combat session, mostly just trying to stay awake and not bleed to death. And Angus and Wraith tried to hold it down, and eventually just said that they wouldn't go back, and the guys left. And on our way back to Shady Acres to try to evacuate everyone, it was just a crater in the ground. Oh, and the last thing that Angus's enemy said to him was that they tried to contact his parents to buy the place, but they had said no, and they had never told Angus. So that's going to be a real fun thing for Angus to deal with. The last we left, we were trying to get away from the smoke of the crater. So.
Okay. Cool. We'll get right into the game then. All right. You guys all went through that gunfight, explosions, death, mayhem. You walk away from the cloudy remains of your building with that empty hole in the skyline where Shady Acres once stood. As you walk, you just kind of feel everything that just happened, everything you went through. You feel the things that Julian Adder told you on the phone, Angus. Moxie, you feel the lack of a hand.
Add that salt.
Salt will help.
Wraith walks along with you. He's quiet, seems introspective. And you guys make your way towards the fixer that you know, Rex. Is there anything you'd like to say on your way before we get there?
Well, Moxie's going to have a hard time.
Yeah, Moxie is over Angus's shoulder. Fireman style carry, I assume. Her ears are ringing. She's super weak from blood loss. She's in and out. At best, she can maybe see the ground and some litter they pass. So she's got no idea what's going on right now.
How about Angus?
No, determined trudge. He's Angus is filled with rage, and is not terribly pleased with the current situation. One, the just running into Adler, and then everything with his family seems to be coming back to rear its head. So, yeah, so he's real upset at the moment, and he's just trying to collect himself so that he can figure out how to get Moxie cared for and stitched up, and aware that he's going to be in charge of that.
Okay.
And then he's going to be, as far as Wraith and his thing is, he's pretty sure that Wraith's upset because his friend's dead and killed his friend, Rico. But yeah, overall, that's pretty low on his priority list right now, is Wraith's overall well-being.
Sure. Makes sense. All right.
His anger, like Moxie's okayness, and then like Wraith down here, like that way down here.
Okay. All right. So you guys make your way through the city streets. That's where I guess I am going to switch to our guest star, Mr. Cass.
Yes.
You're at a bar in a place called it's called the Hovel. It's a little bar in a small like sub street up between two major roads in Watson. You got invited here by your friend and ex-girlfriend Cammy G. Who is this? Kind of net junkie girl, really small, petite. She invited you here. So you walk up, you see the neon sign of the Hovel. It's this like pink illuminated sign that has a man standing against the wall and then bending over and puking in like a sequence of
All right.
of I guess lights.
Classy.
Yeah, yeah, it's super classy. The you walk past the bouncer, who's a large dude, large black dude with a buzz cut. He has pair of really pale green eyes. You can see he has some sort of cybernetic implant on his temple that indicates he probably has some sort of neural processor, which indicates he probably has some sort of booster wear or otherwise. In his dark skin, you can, if you make a human perception test.
Sure.
Oh, and Hades, let me know if you roll a 10, that's important, and a 1, that's important. And also let me know if you and damage if you roll 2 or more 6s.
Okay. 6. You said human perception. 18.
18? Yeah, so you are able to spot the guy has some obvious or well, not obvious, but not super obvious, but skin weave.
Oh, okay.
So he's also wearing a Kevlar jacket, sleeveless, large bulking arms, tattoos that illuminate gold up onto some sort of piece on his back. And he just nods at you. He says, Welcome to the hovel. He
Thanks, my man.
holds open the door and lets you in.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
You walk into the hovel and you see bartender there is a person of Asian descent. He's a little bit older. He has gray on the sides of his head, which are cut short, a little bit of a longer top that points out, points forward a little bit. He's got a big metal cybernetic arm on one. That's the guy behind the counter. And then the bar itself is kind of like, you walk in, it's got a long row of seating on the bar, and it kind of follows that wall immediately to your right. And then there's a few tables to the left of that, and then there's a small little stage in the corner set up with some gear. You can see it's relatively occupied at the moment. I mean, there's a few patrons, I guess is what I'm saying. It's relatively empty is what I meant. But you do see Cammy G. She's at the bar, and I'll give you a description of her. Just a moment here. Cammy G is, like I said, petite girl with cotton candy cyan colored hair, and she keeps in a tousled long bob style. She has a matching colored open hoodie that kind of hangs down past her fingertips. And underneath she has a short beige sweatshirt with a rainbow colored stripe across the chest, and it leaves most of her midriff exposed. Below that she has a pair of skinny jeans that have like large open holes and fishnet stockings underneath that, and a pair of black Converse. On either side of her neck, just below her ear, she has a pair of Frankenstein interface plugs. And one of them connects up to a pair of virtuality goggles in a pastel pink that say "fuck you" over the eyes in angry red lettering. It has a yellow frowny face with red X's on the side, on one side. They sit most of the time right on top of her head. Yeah, you know this chick. Oh, that was really loud. But thank you. I wonder how I stopped that. Sound. But did anybody hear that? Or is it just me?
That was just you.
Oh,
Just you.
Huh. I don't know what that was. Okay. Well, cool. Anyway,
Do you want me to describe my character, or
please,
otherwise...
that would be awesome. Please.
Okay, so he's probably like 6'8", 6'10", really tall, pretty bulky, pretty cut actually. He wears tracksuits and the chains.
Nice.
As well. Just like some white Adidas for shoes. And other than that, you can't really see a whole lot. And the hair is like a flat top.
Nice.
Blonde.
Any
and he does have booster wear, so I'm assuming he'd have something probably visible on his skull.
if you want,
as well.
you don't have to.
Oh, you don't have
to.
to.
Could be completely internalized.
I would say it's probably hidden then.
Okay. Do you have any obvious cybernetics or no?
I do not have any obvious cybernetics. I look 100% normal, human.
Okay.
At this point.
Cammy's at the bar. She's got a music player in her hand. She's wearing some earplugs. She's scanning through it as she sits there and waits for you.
I forgot he does have his gear with him, so he has a duffel bag and a flak jacket on.
Okay.
So, or light armor jacket. Yeah.
Yeah. And and I don't know. I think I told the others this, but for your armored helmets, if you do not tell me specifically, I'm assuming you're not going to run around in a helmet. So
yes, I am not. It is in the duffel bag.
Okay.
Hey, Blank. Hey, Blank.
Yes.
The noise you heard was a Twitch alert.
Cool.
Just so you know, that's where you got that sound.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't know what alert though.
I will make my way over to Cammy G.
Okay. So you make your way over to Cammy G, and as you approach, she finally notices you. She puts down her little music player. She smiles. She says, "Hey, you're a little bit late. I was wondering when you'd show up." She dabs out her cigarette. In
Yeah,
the
traffic's terrible, you know.
Terrible? Do you have a car I don't know about?
It's just a saying.
She laughs, and then, so I wanted to invite you down here because I might have some work lined up. You looking for some work?
Yeah, I am for sure.
You're just one of the only people on the street that I met that I feel like I can trust. So we'll see. We're supposed to be meeting a fixer down here.
Oh, nice. You needing some protection for this?
She says, "Always good to have somebody watch your back when you're in the net."
No, for sure.
I don't know what the job is, to be honest with you. He doesn't give a lot of details until,
Till you accept.
Mm-hmm.
Those Johnsons, you know.
She says, "So, how you been lately?" Have a seat. She kicks a stool out for you to sit next to her.
Yeah, I heavily sigh. Kind of. Is the bartender nearby?
Yeah, he's not too far away.
Yeah.
He in fact he approaches as you come to sit and says, "Would you like a drink?"
Yes. Can I get a beer?
"A beer?" "Yes."
Yeah.
Yes. He goes.
Thank you.
He says, he goes to fetch you a beer from the refrigerator. Bottle or draft?"
Draft, please.
You know, starts filling it. Cammy just looks at you.
Just lost my place to stay. Just kind of out on my own again. Everything's just kind of like ready to restart.
Restart, huh?
Yeah.
So she reaches into her hoodie pocket, pulls out a pack of cigarettes, starts taking one out. "I've been meaning to talk to you about something, actually." She leans in a little bit closer to you. The door busts open, and in comes Angus with Moxie over his shoulder.
I'm definitely going to turn and look.
Could you describe the scene, Angus?
Yeah. So as I come into this room, I look not great, but comparatively to my partners, significantly better. I have no bullet holes in me. I have no injuries whatsoever. I'm just a little bit light on ammunition, but
your jacket has some bullets.
So I just caught into it. I'm fine.
Okay.
Comparatively, once again, the girl on my shoulders, her clothes are in tatters. Shit, colored hair, correct there, Moxie?
Yeah.
Yep. And she's a little bit lighter than she was, 45 minutes ago, by about a hand's worth. She's bleeding. That's all stunted up, wrapped up. I'm also one-armed on her. I have, I've got a rifle in my other, like, slung in front and everything. Come open, and I come in through the door. I've got a little rocker boy with me as well, who's not helping at all.
Wraith.
Wraith.
He's not helping.
No, he's didn't help. That's fine. It's just funny to make fun of him because he's not here.
I suspect every now and then, if Moxie shifts a little towards the shoulder, he just kind of like pushes her back.
Up there. Yeah. So, I will come into the room.
You you're walking in. The bouncer stops you. He says, "Hey, what's going on with this girl?"
She needs a drink and Rex. Where is he?
He nods. As soon as you say Rex's name, completely his apprehensive, I guess, expression dissolves. He goes straight faced. He opens the door. Come in. Follow me. He walks you in, and you guys walk into the hovel, and at that moment, actually, the back door opens, and you see Rex wearing his flashy golden vest walk out into the room. Has his dreadlocks loose now, just splayed over his shoulders, and his brows go up wide as soon as he sees you two. And the bouncer says to him, "Rex, you got some people here for you, and you got another one waiting." He points to Cammy G at the bar.
I'm gonna beeline straight towards Rex.
Okay. Rex turns around, beckoning you guys to follow, and he says, he turns and says, "Cammy, give me 2 seconds. I gotta figure this out." Cammy says, nods at him, and then he leads you to the back, which is kind of like this. There's an office, but the office actually has a door that exits out. You walk through that, and it's like kind of like an apartment hallway. You see several doors on the way. There's trash littering the floor. There's actually a trash can outside of one person's apartment door. He goes down there. He turns immediately up a staircase that leads up to the second floor.
That's what I want to do, is more stairs. Perfect. Let's go.
But as he's walking up this walk, he looks over his shoulder. He's like, "What the fuck happened, man?" While you go in, Wraith says, "Hey, I got some calls to make."
Bottom priority.
He hangs back. The two of you walk up the stairs to follow Rex. What happened?
We lost comms. We were heading out this way, but led by Rico. Rico led us into a trap by some.
It wasn't Maelstrom, was it?
No.
Oh.
It was Corp Security.
No.
Sadie Acres is gone.
He stops at a door to turn it open, but when you say that, he just stops twisting the door and turns towards you and gives you a look. What do you mean it's gone?
Corp mercenaries took it out, got us separate. She lost her hand to a claymore trap meant for me. And by the time we got back to Shady Acres, it was nothing but a crater. I've got her tourniqueted and I've got her as stable as I can get her. She needs help now, or she's not going to make it through the next couple of hours.
Yeah. He says, there's a Ripper right across the street. I'll get a hold of him. But you guys can stay in here for a minute. He opens the door. It's a small apartment complex. I'm sorry. It's a small apartment room.
It's a very small apartment complex.
Yeah.
Very.
Maybe a one bedroom. The door to the bedroom is it's got some plastic like beads covering it. You can see a bed in there. Contrast to the rest of the hovel, like hallway, it's actually in pretty nice condition. He's got some nice stuff in there. Few trophies on the wall. He has a vid screen in the center of like a little lounge area, and that's where he tells you just drop it right there. And
I'll get her flat and situated
on the opposite side of the room. It looks like it's the corner room that overviews the street below. This neighborhood that Rex lives in is called the Nook. It's kind of a small, little, tight-knit neighborhood on the outskirts of Kabuki. And like I was saying, it's a three-way intersection of a side street that meets an alleyway. Chinook Avenue is the name of the street, the main street that goes through. And it's between two major roads. So...
Sorry, and the hovel is on Chinook Avenue?
Yeah. There's a variety of other stores out there. I can explain them when you got there. Anyway, his office kind of like surveys the whole thing. Anyway, he tells you, yeah, drop her off right there. I'll get a hold of Pons. Give me a sec. He flips up his
Thanks, Rex.
agent. He says, "Hey, Angus, no problem." Walks into a different room.
I will get her flat, kind of comfortable. We got any kind of throw blanket or anything like that around?
Yeah, you see like one of the or like an Afghan thrown over the back of the.
I'll pull that. I'm gonna wrap that up, everything I can except for her wounded hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna situate her so her wounded hand is close to the side that's on there, that's closest to me, not on the couch side. Wrap her up, partially for dignity, partially for everything else, to keep her somewhat warm. And keep her arm out and check the tourniquet that's on her, and just kind of check her stats at the best I can for my mediocre training.
Okay. Okay. Moxie, are you just asleep?
Yeah, she wavers in and out. If she comes to consciousness and feels like saying something, I'll let you know.
Okay. Let's go back to...
For visualization, if it helps anyone, it's her right hand that is missing.
Oh, and that's not her non-dom?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Hades.
Yes.
You're at the bar. You see the guy. He's or you see Games' character, Wraith. He flips up an agent and departs from the rest of the group while the others go upstairs, and walks outside on the phone. It's like he says, "Z, I have some bad news." And he goes outside. That's all you hear. Cammy just...
I hope.
Holy shit.
I was gonna say, I hope that's not your fixer, because that looks like trouble right there.
Yeah, that's my fixer.
Well, I hope it doesn't have to do with that.
She says, I don't know.
Well, you don't call and ask for help unless it's something important, though, right?
I would imagine not, yeah. I can't imagine what just happened. She slides out of her chair and says, I kind of want to go look.
I got you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. She goes over to the door.
I follow.
Okay. I'm going to need some stealth checks from the two of you.
Okay.
That's not good.
$18.
18?
Hmm.
Pretty good. Okay.
She's just all left feet, I bet.
Well,
The two of you make your way over. You kind of like take different paths to split up and kind of wade your way through the crowd. As she approaches the door, she's caught by her arm by one of the bouncers, the bouncer that you met. He says, "Hey, that's a private room." But he doesn't even seem to notice. You will lose yourself in the crowd, and you're at the door.
Oh, that's to the back area, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they were going to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll slip through.
Okay.
See if I can.
Okay. Yeah, you slip into the back room, while Cammy says, "Oh, I wasn't doing nothing," so on and so forth to the bouncer, and you're able to get into the room. Like I said, there's a small. It's a small security room and office. Has a computer on a desk, an open bag of like extra salty Pete's chips and vinegar.
Gotcha.
There's a filing cabinet, and then there's another door on the opposite side.
Okay.
That one looks open. It doesn't even, yeah.
I'll go peer out the door
Okay.
just to see if anybody's
Okay.
there. since said
You
it's still
peek
open.
out the door, and you see you see one person walk out and walks down the alley, or sorry. What you see is, like I described to Ewan and Jess before, just a long hallway. Looks like several different apartment rooms branch off from there. Immediately to the right, there's another stairwell that leads up, where you see you see that person walk out a room and then walk the opposite way.
Okay. Is there a blood trail that I could follow?
Do a perception.
I mean, I stopped her bleeding.
I would say you stopped the hand bleeding, but she's bleeding from like
People stop bleeding pretty
Everywhere.
fast.
Yeah, 17.
17.
There might be some scuff marks.
You do an inspection of the hallway, looking around. I assume you get into the hallway.
I was just looking. If there's nobody there, then yeah,
Yeah.
I'll step a few steps in.
You see on the railing, there's definitely a bloodied handprint going up.
All right, I'll head up.
Okay, you head up,
Yeah.
and like I described, there's a room there, or there's a door well into a room, and it kind of wraps around and goes back down another hallway. But this door that you're in front of immediately when you get to the top of the stairwell is partially ajar.
I'll try to stealthily peek through the door.
Okay, go ahead and roll opposing perception versus stealth.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's time to put more bullets in people. Doing good. That's not good. 11. I'm not going to see anything.
Oh my gosh, I did terrible too.
That's my lowest roll. I got a 1, Chris, so.
Oh, then you roll again and you subtract that number.
Okay, well, so I got a 10 total then.
It's 2 1s.
Yeah. Get him out early.
I got 14.
Are you able to press against the door, making a small creak, and for a second you think, oh, shit, my goose is cooked. But
Yeah.
but the person on the inside, Mr. Angus, seems to be too busy wrapping the woman he'd brought in a blanket, taking care of her.
I'm gonna put my hand on my sidearm.
Okay.
That's not weird at all or suspicious about what your intentions are in any way.
And
This
just listen for the moment.
At a certain point, the door to the bedroom, Angus, reopens, and Rex says, "All right, I got my Ripper set up. We can get her over there. You want to pick her up and take her?
Yeah.
Can lead us there."
I'll scoop her up.
Okay.
Put her arm, her arm, like up here. So just trying to stop bleeding. Yeah, shoulders up above her heart so that she's.
Thumbs up is gonna have like a new meaning to this campaign.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, you can do this. Yeah, I will bring Moxie with me to across to the Ripper dock.
Okay. All right, they start making their way towards the door.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to stealthily be way ahead of them.
Okay.
Are they heading to my door?
Yeah. I don't know. Are you the door to the
Yeah.
exit to the hallway?
You're on
Yeah.
the exit, so yes, they are, sir. Sure.
All right.
Am I rolling perception?
I need to know what you're doing to.
I'm carrying her and walking
no,
out the door.
not you.
Oh,
Hades.
Now I'm gonna try to get down the stairs ahead of them
Okay.
so that they can't see me. So
Oh,
if I
okay.
need to,
You're gonna sneak back into the office.
yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll just head outside rather than go back into
All
the
right.
club.
One more stealth check. You're just trying
Okay.
to beat the people on the inside of the club now.
Yeah, Ooh, that's bad. 13.
Okay. You sneak down the stairs ahead of them and into the small office and back out into the club. Some of the patrons sitting there, like, kind of are like sitting on the table immediately in front of the office. Kind of are like startled as you walk in, but they seem to pay you no mind after that. Shortly after that, out comes Rex and Angus with Moxie in tow. And he leads you guys out through the bar and going down the bar, he puts a hand on Cammy's shoulder and says, "Hey, I gotta take care of this one. I don't know how long this is gonna take." And Cammy says, "All right, Rex. Well, maybe we should reconvene in a little bit." He says, "No. We can do some talking. Let me think. Why don't you come with me and we'll just walk down the street and we'll talk there. All right?" She nods. She looks back for you.
I'll walk up to her.
Okay. She seems to be looking past you and not seeing you at all, and then you like pop up into her field of vision, and she gets startled and she says, "Oh."
He's not real observant.
Not that time.
Or sneaky.
Then she says, "Rex, this is my." There's that awkward pause where she doesn't know how to like introduce you, and she decides, "Partner, Cass, this is Rex."
Nice to meet you, Rex.
Rex jerks his chin up. He says, "Nice to meet you too, Chum. Guess she's cutting you in on this deal, huh?" You guys all walk together now.
Angus, did you really take me to a party instead of a fixer?
Fixer's at the party, getting you to a doctor. You're now in my arms like this now, wrapped
Yeah.
up in a blanket.
Yes, she can kind of like see your face. She can hear like a bunch of chatter.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
about it. That's what she's going based off of.
"Oh
Yeah,
shit, the
we're
she's alive." You hear the other other girl say.
We're getting
Don't
you to a
worry,
doctor
love.
right
They're
now.
taking you to the dock.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe go faster.
I just look at Rex.
Rex is walking.
Coughs up some blood.
Gone.
So you guys walk out into the street.
You know what would have been easier, by the way, if I'd have just killed you in that alleyway. Then I wouldn't have had to carry you this whole way.
You know, it would have been easier if you would have gone and picked up your own fucking briefcase.
There.
I don't think he said that in character.
No, not in character. Definitely not in character. No. I'm aware that personally I am much like Angus, apparently, to you. But, no.
All right. So there's some other. So the Nook is a small residential area, or well, not residential. It's kind of like a small market. On the other side of the corner of the alleyway from the hovel, there's a bright LED display that has two surgical knives crossed like swords, and it says "Twin Scalpels."
Yeah, it's probably reputable.
There's a sign on the corner that says Cyber Eye Surplus, buy one get the second pair. I'm sorry, not second pair. The second eye, 3/4 off. On the far side, the long stretch of building, there's a variety of what appear to be novelty shops, like a fortune teller, an old record shop with posters littering its windows, from Kerry Uridine to POP to Ishikawa, Billy Sharks, and Jimmy Jets. There's a small row of nudie booths called Piku, and it has like the sign that it has, the neon sign, is like one of the. It's like a walking pair of sexy legs, but it has a baton, and it's like from those old "Let's go to the lobby" commercials.
Yeah.
And then lastly, far down the row, there's a small computer store with a smiling computer screen that says Mr. Chip. You guys walk to the Twin Scalpels. you're led into a kind of like a really there's a laminate floor with white walls and a small little sofa waiting area with a door that leads to the back. Behind the counter there's a rather large black man. He has a kind of a neatly trimmed gray beard, gray curly hair that's up into a flat top. He's wearing like a red turtleneck shirt and black trousers on his pants, but he's sitting down in a chair, and he appears to be strapped into the chair. As you guys come in, he kind of lifts up, and then you hear this sound as he walks around, or as he glides, it appears, around the counter, and he's actually in a cybernetic chair that's plugged into a plug in the back of his head.
Cool.
He looks over the girl and he says, "This is her," and bring her back.
I walk her back.
The doors to the back room automatically open, and you're led in to what appears to be a surgical room. There's a bed, some waiting chairs, and then just doctor's equipment all adorning one side of the room. He says, "Yeah, you could put her down over there."
Okay, I will collect her gear off of her that she has.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I'm assuming it's not booby trapped. And,
when you take the gear,
a claymore goes off.
please make me a dexterity plus
thumb goes flying.
evasion test to avoid exploding by claymore.
Oh, I've seen this anime before. Yeah, I'll take her gear, collect that, and then lay her down on the bed. And don't worry, I'll hold on to it. I'll give it back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, let the doc do his thing and go talk to Rex.
Okay. The doc says, "Just wait outside for me."
Thank you, sir.
The doors close after you guys all exit into the small lobby area. And Rex looks at you and he says, "So what are we doing here?"
It's been a long day, Rex.
I would imagine so.
I don't know. Wraith's off doing something.
I don't know who you're talking about, my friend.
I'm sorry, Rex. I spent so long keeping track of these children.
You
Basically,
get anybody else out? What happened?
No, man. We got ambushed, and by the time I got done with the ambush, I asked them if we could they wanted us to just walk away from the building. I said that's fine, and I asked for a day to get the people out. And then by the time I got back, man, the building was gone, just rubble, man, nothing left, totally smoked.
Shit, Angus. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, well,
You gonna be able to cover this? He's not gonna.
you were literally looking at you were literally looking at everything I have right now.
Fucking Christ, man.
Listen, Rex, we've been dealing with each other for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm straight, and you know I don't fuck around. I don't know what her situation is, but I know that she doesn't have anything either. This is an emergency situation. I'm not talking about a lot. I just need to get her stable so she can start making some of her own decisions. She got blown up, totally sidetracked from what she was trying to do. Rex, what I'm asking for is a chance to get her squared away, let her get some medical treatment so she can wake up, make some decisions on her own about what her future is going to be like. I will help cover some of that emergency medical care. By that, I mean, I will help
You mean take
pay
a
back,
loan?
man. I'm going
That's
to be
what you
taking a
mean.
loan from me. Yeah, I'm going to be taking a loan from you, Rex.
So what am I covering? Just the doctor fee, or are you buying her a new goddamn hand?
That's going to be up to her, man. I just need to get her on her feet. Her hand's her thing. We can deal with that later, but I need her squared away where she's not on the verge of death.
All right.
Rex, you know I'm good for it. You know I'll work it.
Roll perception. Or not perception, persuasion.
Persuasion?
You've had immense luck with these.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's usually when it goes sideways, isn't it? I'm going to be using some luck for sure. Just remember that there, Moxie.
could you know?
Persuasion. Her person can hurt.
How much luck?
I will put 4 pieces of luck into it.
Okay. Denote that on your sheet, please.
I am right now. I have 1 luck left.
Mhm.
I'm not a lucky person, obviously. So that gives me a base of 14 plus 8, 22.
He says, all right. I'll cover whatever it costs to stabilize her. On a condition that you pay me back. Plus 25%.
The 22 only gives me a 25%.
He's doing it at all.
Yeah. Rex, man, I ain't got in a position I can really negotiate with you here.
I know this ain't a negotiation, my friend. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm not saying I'm agreeing to it, man. I was sorry, Rex. I've had a long day. Rex, listen.
It's all right.
I appreciate it. I'll work it. I'll get you the money back. It's never been a problem with me. Let me get her squared on her feet. Get figured out what's going to happen with her hand long term.
You're lucky I lost some tenants recently. He says, come on. Cammy, I don't want to take any more of your time. I don't think this is going to pan out tonight, but I do have some ideas for the future. Why don't you bring you and your boyfriend back? She says, not my boyfriend. Partner. He says,
No.
Whatever. Bring you and your partner back in a few days, and we'll discuss business. Again, I am sorry. I'll make it up to you. She says, all right, Rex. Yeah, that sounds good. That cool with you? She looks at you. Calf.
I mean, yeah, can I crash at your place for a couple days?
Roll persuasion.
Ooh.
I'll give you a +1 for your
Previous good acts.
yes. That's a really
15.
odd way to say that.
Oh, 16 with the +1.
16 with the +1?
No, 15 with the +1. 15.
15 with the +1. She says, yeah, all right, yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
I don't live too far away from here.
Cool.
So,
I'll pay for our drinks tonight.
okay, so we're still doing a drink.
Yeah, of course.
Then you're on, yeah. You guys all walk back across the street while Moxie gets tended to.
I'll buy you a beer too, because you've had a rough night.
Rex says, let me show you your rooms, get you your keys, and then you can go drink with these guys.
Okay. At some point I need to talk to Rex, but...
Well, I mean, you have a chance now. He's leading you back into that back room, back into the little apartment hallway. Actually, before he goes into there, he stops in the office and unlocks a drawer, looks through, takes some chips, cards, and hands you 2 of them.
Got him.
Okay. He says, he just beckons you on, leads you to a few rooms. He takes you to the first one. He says, use your card.
Okay.
Rent's due on the first. You use the card on the door. Door slides open. It is just a singular box room with no
Coffin
windows.
room. Yeah.
A cube. And you can even, if you spread out your arms, you can easily, without too much elbow bending, touch both sides of the walls.
No bed.
There is a mattress. There is a mattress.
Is that a clean mattress? Okay, well.
No. It also has like a bunch of beer bottles and other sorts of trash just littered all over the ground. Real luxe place. Just kidding.
Rex. Of course, gonna need a minute to get some stuff funded. Do you need any help bouncing or anything?
Thinks about that for a second. You want that kind of work, huh?
Listen, it's not the work I'm best at, but listen, man, I need a way to start making right with you and making sure that I'm secure and getting stuff until I get Moxie on her feet and she could take care of herself. But I just need a way to start getting right. So if you just need some extra hands or anything, I'm happy to help until I can start finding more stable, suitable work for me, man. But I'm skilled. I know how to fight. I can help out.
Do me a favor and roll a trading check for me.
What?
Trading.
What the fuck is that under?
It's under the same thing. Social. It's a cool.
Yeah, trading. All right, well, that's a 0 on that. I have tactics. That's not the same thing, though, is it?
Just roll what I said.
14 total.
14 total isn't bad, though. He says,
The best I can do.
I might be able to get you a job here and there. We'll see what kind of shifts I can come up with. Won't be much, but be a few.
And then if you've got bigger work for me, more up my alley.
He says, now
I'm
that, my
definitely
friend,
interested.
he points to your chest, I do have in troves, my friend.
Well, let me supplement what I can because I want to make it right between us fast.
He says, good. That's what I want to see.
Oh, Moxie, I hope
Take the
you
next few
appreciate
days. Let your girlfriend hail up.
this. Not girlfriend.
What is with you fucking people? I don't care. Anyway,
Does she have her own room, by the way?
he gave you 2 keys.
Oh, okay. Oh, just to the same room, though. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
He
Well,
says,
I can't afford much. Sorry, Moxie. You're going to figure it yourself stuff out. I'll pocket him. It's fine.
he says, why don't you let your friend,
It's fine.
your chum, heal up in a few days, and we'll get something set up. Now, in that time, you need to decide, would you like a little bit of light work? Would you like something a little bit heavier? Pay's gonna be a difference. You feel me?
I'm available for all types of work. None of that
says,
stuff bothers me.
Take time and decide, Angus.
Okay, Rex.
He says, I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Rex.
Don't forget what I've done for you, man.
I haven't, and I won't.
He walks away.
I'm gonna grab everything that's trash except for the mattress that's in there, and just try to get it out of there, and then head down to the bar.
Okay.
I'm gonna do just a little bit of cleaning up, and then head down to the bar.
Moxie, you're there with the doctor. He's a bigger dude, and you're kind of fading in and out through this whole thing. And at a certain point, he's hit you with a hypo, an air hypo, which kind of causes you to wake up and gain some alertness. And you can see him there. He has like a giant cigar sticking out of one corner of his mouth. And he's got your hand down on the side of the bed, covered in straps.
Yep.
Your thumb is the only thing left, and maybe some partial fingers, a little bit of bone, and your thumb. It's kind of still dangling there by just flesh. He currently is he's got a scalpel, and he's slicing that piece off. He says, should be numb. You shouldn't feel a damn thing. How you doing?
Well, I lost my hand, so not great. But I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you.
And then nods. Yeah. He says, I'm told you ain't got no cash. Doing this, I don't do pro bono work. Know that.
Don't think many people do. What, how much is it going to cost just to...
Kind of depends, I guess. He walks back to the countertop. He picks up a jar and something else, turns around and sets it right on your belly. In the jar is a yellow substance, and there's a hand floating there. Organic. And then on your belly is a chrome cybernetic hand. It's got some wires and stuff hanging out from the end. He says, organic or chrome? Which one you want?
Ideally organic, though at this point I'm guessing I can get either of those.
He says, oh, no. You don't have money for this. I'm going to just heal this up. You just need to spend some time thinking about it.
Oh, organic.
The organic is going to cost you, I could put it in for 150 Eddie. Actually, researcher, other news connecting. Actually, I take that back. Sorry, it's going to cost you probably about 12K, 1,200 Eddies, 1,200 Eddies for the organic hand. I'll charge you maybe the Netix hand's a little harder to find actually, so probably about 1,500. Goes back, puts him down.
Since you have 0.
But I will say,
1,500 for the cybernetic.
Yep.
1,200 organic.
Yep.
Okay.
He says that'll take care of reconnecting all the nerve endings and cutting out the bone. I'm told you have a balance of about 1K.
Balance with 1K.
Is there a time frame on what you do now versus how long until I can get either option or
What do you mean a time frame? I always work here. I'm always here.
like the work that you do? If I come back in a week, I can choose either hand. If I come back in a month, if I come back in a year, doesn't matter.
I'm not going to hold it for you if that's what you're asking. No. I got what I got in stock right now. But, you know...
Hands just go flying off the shelf, do they?
No, that's what I'm saying. I just don't know. But I ain't going to hold it for you, not unless you want to make it worth my time to hold it.
What would you require?
You put 100 eddies down and I'll hold on to one of them for you.
Can player me take some time to think things through?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say yes while I switch to Hades. How about that?
That would be great.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hades, you and Cass are at the bar drinking.
So, Cass,
She looks at you.
what you been up to?
Freelance work mostly. But that's been pretty light this month, so I'm trying to pull together $1,500 for rent.
I hear you.
Fucking landlord will toss my shit out on the street if I don't have it to him, so.
Some drinks.
What about you? Oh wait, I asked
Yeah.
that, didn't I? Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Just
know.
looking for work, like usual.
She nods.
Maybe someday we'll get the big score, you know?
What kind of big score are you looking for?
Something to set myself up. You know? Maybe get a little bit of rep so you can just keep moving up.
She says, never fade away, huh?
Nope.
Guess that explains what kind of person you want to be. Whether you want to just live and die a withered old man or go out with a bang. I guess it's the bang, huh?
Always the edge.
You're fucking crazy. This city is gonna eat you alive.
At this point, Angus, you walk up to the... You are muted. I don't know.
Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry about that. At this point, I'm probably not carrying the assault rifles or anything like that. I'm still probably wearing my coat and everything, but I'll just sit down at the bar.
Okay.
And are they at? Cass, are you at the bar?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll sit down next to Cass. So
Okay.
I'll go ahead and take that drink.
Done. I'll wait for the bartender and hold up a beer.
Okay.
Motion to him, to Angus.
He fills one up, assuming draft like he did before,
Yeah.
and gives it to you. Angus.
And I slide it over. Yeah. And Cass,
Nice to meet you.
Cammy leans over and says, Cammy G.
Cammy G. Nice to meet you. What brings you guys here tonight?
Well, we were looking to talk to Rex, I think.
She nods.
Yeah, sorry I ruined that for you. I had a bit of a situation occur.
Yeah, what happened anyway? Who's the girl?
Oh, one of my old tenants. At one point, I look at my drink. I at one point ran an apartment building.
Ran an apartment building?
Yeah, was landlord. Did all the stuff for it.
What happened to it?
It got gone. It no longer exists today.
Like, as of today?
Yep. About an hour ago.
That is some heavy shit.
Anyone want to trade?
Cammy takes out her pack of cigarettes and slides them down the counter towards you.
No, thanks.
She awkwardly leans back over.
I appreciate the offer, little one. I appreciate the offer, little one. I'm
Little one.
just not the. Well, compared to me and Cass, she's very, very tiny.
Yeah, she is.
So
She pops open a cigarette and she says,
Well, that's night city life for you.
well, suppose it's time to make a new plan.
all right. I think we're going to pause here for our intermission and reconvene at the top of the hour, so 13 minutes.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. We'll see you back in a jiffy, I guess. All right, we'll get right back into things. All right, guys, I'm gonna do some time skipping. The night fades out with however you guys want to, getting far too drunk. You and Cammy G go back to her house together. I guess the question on everybody's mind, at least mine as a weird GM. Did
Yeah.
you guys sleep together? Cool. So going to Angus and Moxie, you just at the end of the night, you sluggishly pull your way back into the Cube Hotel and pass out on the mattress.
Gross.
Gross.
It's gross.
I would imagine you leave the key with the bartender for Moxie when she's done.
Yeah.
Or maybe meet up the next day and give it to her then. But anyway.
Yeah, I imagine he didn't kick her out that night.
Right. Moxie, your hand is sewn up, so it's not going to bleed anymore. You said you were going to pay the 100 eddies to me during the break.
Yes, she's going to pay 100 eddies to reserve the
Go
hand.
ahead and mark that on your sheet. the next day or something, you come to find that you actually have a cube motel where rent is due on the 1st. Is there so let's
Super odd question. How
Mhm.
far away is the first?
Yeah, it's about 3 weeks from our start
Okay.
date. So you have 3 weeks to do it, but we need to find out how much time it's going to take for you to heal. So, what is your current, or how many wounds do you currently have, and what's your body score?
Excellent questions.
You will need to pay for your lifestyle over. So, if you guys are going to eat, you need to pay 100 eddies for kibble, which is really, really not good food. It's kind of like
100
exactly
eddies
like it sounds.
per day.
No, for the month. Because all of your food was in the old apartment, so you need to repay this
Okay.
now.
Okay.
And he's not buying your food. So
He should.
he's not.
It's his fault. He didn't protect my thing like I was paying him to. So.
What? You were paying him to keep Maelstrom off your back. Not
Paying.
news set.
Yeah, well, he's probably not good enough to do anything else.
How much was
So-
the bar tab?
Let's call it at 50 eddies for the night.
Man, that's some weird. So $100 will buy me enough kibble for a month, but $50 is the night of drinking.
For 3
no wonder
people.
That's still a
And kibble's
ridiculous amount.
really bad for you.
And
Not
this is not
bad.
good food.
It's not great for you. It's not like it's just...
You eat horrible food that you might not buy for a hot dog you liked. For a dog
Yeah.
you liked. Oh, for a dog you liked. I'm sorry. Not a hot dog. I'm just thinking of bad food. And that's what came to mind.
Like that.
You eat horrible food you might not buy for a dog that you liked. That's what this is described as.
Well, aren't you a delightful person?
How much is the next step up?
300 eddies. Obviously, Cass, you don't have to pay this. You're covered.
Oh, okay.
That's a
You're
big jump.
Horrible. You're a horrible person.
I am. So, you are there, and you have a cheap mattress, which is very painful to sleep on. In fact, let's do an endurance check when you... Well, actually, I'll save that for when we start. How long are you going to do sleep here? I'm sorry, how long do you need a rest, Moxie?
At least 6 days.
At least 6? Okay,
Yeah.
so can take a week. So now you have 2 weeks left till rent's due. 2 weeks in a day.
Can I be bouncing during this time?
You can, and I have rolled for you and given you a little bit of a bonus for your check. You earn 200 eddies in that 1 week.
Sweet. Not enough to... almost enough. I could literally do that and cover and live a lifestyle that way just right now. I can't pay him back, but I can do that.
That is entirely
Okay.
up to you. You get 200 eddies for taking bouncing shifts at the hovel.
Sweet.
In that time, you learn that the bartender, the regular bartender, his name is Frank. Well, it's obviously not Frank, but he goes by Frank.
Oh, I'm going to go by something else, by the way. I'm no longer go by Angus since I'm no longer doing the legit work anymore.
Mhm.
I'm going to go by the Scotsman.
Scotsman, okay.
Mhm.
All right.
So that's why I didn't introduce myself to Cass,
Okay.
because I was in my head still thinking about what I was going to be called.
The
So
other.
tell Moxie that.
Okay.
And Rex that. And at the bouncing jobs, I go by the Scotsman.
Okay. Would you like to do anything in this 2 weeks? Like buy anything, talk to anybody, or not 2 weeks, 6 days?
Me?
Yes.
No, I'll just kind of work hard
Okay.
for that. Just trying to, like I said, trying to show what's Rex that I'm going to be good on it. Try to keep a good contact with that. Get to know the people around.
The Nook,
I do want to talk to.
the
I
Nook.
do want to try to talk to Moxie more too about where she fits in for jobs.
Okay, we can
So.
we can pick that up in a minute. Let me get through everybody's downtime. But you learn, I guess, just that the Nook is a pretty tight knit. The store owners all seem to know each other and talk. Rex is kind of like the overlord, I guess, of the place. He owns this apartment building, but he doesn't own the bar. That's owned by the bartender, whose name is Frank. But he's obviously connected with the guy, which is how he got you the job with him. Yeah, you learn that the Ripper Doc, his name is Pawns. He's a good dude.
Okay.
Quiet, but and yeah, then there's a few shops. You don't know any of their names. You probably haven't had time to go into them. I'll switch on to the next person. Why don't we go with you, Moxie? Are you doing anything in your week other than healing?
Other than
Remember,
healing.
you have to take it easy.
I do.
Okay.
So the first thing she would do, if able, is she would like to go. She doesn't know this. So ideally, like the next day, if she can't like rummage some clothing together ahead of time, she'll get some clothing, and then she wants to head down to the apartment building.
Okay. That would not be light, I would say.
Okay.
I will gladly help you, Moxie, on the things that you need help with.
We could take care of that after the healing period. If you'd like.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
That I assume at some point then in that week when she's talking to Angus, she learns that the apartment building is no more.
Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, I need to tell Moxie that she doesn't have an apartment building.
Yeah. And her
Sooner.
stuff is gone.
We should probably roleplay that. Yeah. That would be fun.
I see what you're saying. So you're saying it's important enough that you would not take the day of rest to go? I guess you have 1 day.
I don't know how. Like, I mean, if she has to if she can slowly meander her way to the apartment building.
I'd say it's a long enough walk that it's not going to count as a day of rest.
That she would, no.
I wouldn't let her go to the apartment building.
The first thing, if she's not feeling strong enough, she would tell Angus that he needs to go to the apartment building and get her. No, she wouldn't do that. That's a lie.
Oh, I give you all your stuff back when you're in the cube.
The normal, the stuff that you had on you.
The stuff I had on me, yeah.
Honest. Trustworthy.
Uh-huh. So when you actually can we do some chatting, DM? Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead if you'd like to. Just set the scene for us and tell us.
This is probably as you get out of the hospital and back into the cube, and you're probably wondering why you're at the cube and not your room, right? Your apartment.
Give me 2 seconds too.
Too far. I
have something
assume.
to roll for you, Moxie.
Oh, great.
Sorry, Moxie. I was trying.
What's your? Oh, never mind. I know it. Okay. So, your normal connections, and during that week, your normal connections and your, I guess, the typical sites you go to get your news at, tell you that there is a news report at some point, maybe in a day, that is going to cover that the wreck of Shady Acres. You can watch it live on the news. I would assume that you follow up with that and watch it, but up to you.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to give you this before you had the conversation because it might affect it.
How long is she in like with the dock versus when she can like go and recover in her cube
Pretty much the next morning.
the next morning?
Yep. Okay. So give me a second here. I want to open my notes and make sure I say this right. Excuse me. All right. So the news report that you tune into is actually from NewsSat itself, and you're watching it on your agent. Correspondent Jade Johnson will report. Her news program is called Stylin' on the Streets with Just Jade. The correspondent stands before a befallen apartment, and a pile of rubble lies in the middle of the street. By stark contrast, a bombshell blonde woman stands in front of it, wearing ballet-tipped heels, a pair of white capris, a loose-fitting blouse with exposed sides. A green ring around her eyes has a somber look while she holds her ear, and trauma team buses await police officers and firemen as they search for any survivors from the wrecked building. There are several body bags, you notice, being loaded into the ambulances. And she says, "Today we mourn the lost lives in the bombing of Shady Lane's apartment complex in Watson. It was the home to many hard-working free souls and just wanted a place to live. In senseless acts of violence, it was demolished today over a turf war between warring gangs, resulting in the deaths of dozens of innocent lives. On site we stand while... Oh, look. There's an officer free now. Let's see if we can get him to chat with us." She hurries her way across the street in her expensive pumps over to one of the police officers standing by, who's drinking coffee while he rests from helping clean out from the rubble. She says, Officer, what happened here today?" The mustache police officer, he shakes his head and he says, "This world's fucking crazy. That's what. Gangs think they own the goddamn city." He looks at the camera and says, "We'll get the bastards who did this. Mark my fucking words." He moves away, and the camera shifts back to Jade. With gang violence on the rise and Night City police budgets being cut by Watson City Manager Mark Cardsworth, seems unlikely that will be true. Will we ever see justice for this despicable lack of humanity? I guess time will tell. Our hearts and minds go out with the families who lost their lives here today. This is Just Jade, stylin' in the streets. Be sure to check back at 11 where I show you the best way to make wearing a smog filter look sexy. Can it be done? I'll see you then.
Can I tell from the video if this is scripted for her or if she's just dumb and believes this is what happened?
Okay. I guess that would be... I want to say human perception.
That feels right.
Let's go with that.
Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Because it's a stream, my voice stress analyzer adds 2 to human perception, but does that count if it's on stream?
I'll give it a +1.
16.
Okay. So you filter the sound through your voice stress analyzer, turning it on letting your neural processor do some work and extrapolation. And you said 16?
Correct.
You think that she probably knows a little more than she's telling, and some of the words that she said come out as certainly rehearsed. But you also know this Just Jade, and she's kind of like, she tries to make reporting like fashionable. So it could be that, but you get this feeling like, I don't know, some of that definitely seemed like pre-rehearsed and written. Does that help?
Yep.
Okay.
And yep, no, that's perfect. And then on the stream, was there any way to tell the officer's name?
Ooh. You didn't record it. So
Would she have recorded it?
you didn't say you recorded it.
Is
I
it
didn't know
always
you. I
recorded?
didn't honestly didn't know that was a thing you could do. And that's fine if that's we'll chalk it up to
We can roll a
Post-
luck check.
post-
Roll underneath your luck.
my current luck or my total luck.
Total.
Okay.
By the way, luck has replenished. So
Not for me.
That's
is it
that's
for me
a
now
one.
too?
one, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll say you managed. You missed like the first. Well, actually, with a 1, yeah, you got the whole thing.
Oh, do I get mine back then, huh?
Yes, you do.
Can I have my empathy back?
No. You need to go see a therapist for that. Serious.
That would not be a fun therapy session. Just an old wet worker for the corpse. Down on his luck. Ready to stack bodies to get back to the top.
I assume you're recording this. I'm gonna switch over quickly to Cass.
Oh no, you were looking up if I could see the officer's name tag.
Oh, right. I'm not looking it up. I am
Sorry.
trying to figure out what you need to do. We probably need to take. Do you have a computer at all to kind of scrub the feed? Because you'd have to. Okay, so you can't make
You
out.
lost everything, Moxie. Do you have a computer?
Ouch, man.
No.
I'm just trying to rub it in a little. So forgive me. I guess.
No, that was good. That was good.
No. You if you would like to try to while you're rewatching it, you can't really make it out, but you do have a shot of it. You think maybe with some doctoring you could clean that up, but you currently do not have a method with which to clean it up with. The agent is not sufficient.
Okay. And then the last thing that I thought of, is Jade Johnson normally featured on NewsSat or no?
Yeah, yes, she's kind of one of the preliminary programs that NewsSat has offered.
Okay.
She's kind of the breakthrough for NewsSat, in fact.
Is there any information on NewsSat's website about contacting Jade?
Do a library search. I think you get a bonus for using your agent.
I do.
Man. Everyone's good at things. I'm just Only good at pulling triggers.
Who knew this game would have a lot more than that?
Yeah, I did,
One-
and still made a character totally useless in most situations.
Did
You're
you
welcome.
say 20?
21.
21. Okay. Almost. Yeah. You do some digging during. It takes you like a full day, not only digging, but on the NewSat site, but following affiliate sites and that kind of thing. And eventually, you find in like an actual agency, like website for like actors. You find her contact information there on.
And what kind of contact info do I get?
A cell phone number. Or,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I have right now for this,
Okay.
based off this video. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Before you guys do your scene, I'm gonna cut back to Cass. Just give
Yes.
him some airtime. Okay.
Of course.
Cass, what would you like to do, if anything, during your downtime?
So what I was kind of thinking is just, I figure it's just kind of falling back to, I would spend like 100 EB to just go out and kind of party it up, or, do fun things and hang out and, just generally kind of like we were back in a relationship, but not. It's just kind of who I am. So
Okay. Okay. So you guys spend quite a bit of time together, go out in the nights, sleep together, go out in the days and evenings, and then sleep together in the night. And it's just kind of like this short 6-day stint of just kind of almost
just
like
kind of rekindling it a
like,
little bit.
Yeah, just kind of like a mini vacation.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the if you don't do anything else, if you want to spend your eddies, go ahead. And then I guess we will go. Sorry, man. Switch back to Moxie and Angus, and let's do that scene. Set the scene for me.
This is going to be close to your recovery, to the end of your recovery, Moxie.
Yeah, where in the recovery would it be?
Well, you're coming to give me my stuff, right?
Yes.
So
towards the
how soon in the recovery process are you coming to see me?
Oh,
the
next
next
day.
as soon as you get in the cube, I give that back
The
to you,
next
and then
day.
that's when you get your agent. So it's going to be a little bit after that, I imagine, so you can do your research
Yeah.
or
Okay.
whatever you want to do.
So probably about day 3.
Okay.
That's good.
So
So she'll knock on your like cube door.
I will answer. Said
Day, night, what time of day? Just
I've been bouncing, so it's probably sometime at least midday.
Okay.
'cause,
So
Oh, good day.
So I will answer. Just in some pants. Yes, Moxie.
Right. I have a couple of questions for you about everything that happened.
Sure. Come on in.
as a quick reminder,
No. Yes.
sorry,
What's
You-
that?
only have one set of clothes and they are in tatters. Just so you know.
Oh,
And you,
can
Angus,
she
as well.
do like clothing shopping in those 3
Yeah,
days?
I mean,
Yeah, you can go.
I
ahead
don't
and
need to
buy
do
a new
some.
outfit
Yeah,
if you'd like.
okay.
Just spend the eddies.
I'll figure out whatever that is
yeah, we'll get that.
after.
I just need some leisure. Well, I'm mostly wearing combat gear to work, so leisure wear is what I've been buying. So.
Okay.
She's probably like a bag lady chic.
Continue. I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, you're fine.
Actually, the hallway where our cube doors are. enclosed, or is it like a rail with a?
The hallway?
Yeah.
What do you mean by enclosed?
Is it an interior hallway or is it an,
it's an
outside
interior.
hallway?
Yeah, there's like a second
Okay.
story.
Yeah. So we're on the second story.
Right.
Is
No,
it
you're
like
on you're on the first one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That changes everything. So she's not gonna go inside. She's gonna say no, and lean against the opposite wall. So
Do you want to talk about things? Okay.
Is there anybody in the hallway?
There's probably some, like a few people getting home for the evening, and yeah, occasional traffic.
Okay. If it gets to something sensitive, she'd probably like stop, wait till they walk by, and then carry on.
Okay.
For the most part, I don't think she really cares. So my first question is, who the fuck is on the phone with you?
A solo runs corporate security freelance.
Does this solo have a name?
Streamline.
And how do you know them?
We used to work together way back in the day.
Do you trust this person?
No.
So you took a call from an ex-coworker you don't trust, who works for the corporations, and this was the person that told you to get a briefcase that you then told me to go and get. Correct?
Yep.
And what was supposed to be inside the briefcase?
Money.
Money. Just so I got this perfectly clear, how much money did I lose my hand for?
Well, I've spent about. Oh, not that money. 100,000.
100,000.
Yep.
That you think they just left in a case. Someone you don't trust left in a case for you.
Okay.
That didn't.
Well, I didn't go grab it.
No, you told me to go grab it. Would you like to give me your hand?
I hold up the metal one. It happens.
Well, yes, but see, I trusted you because I thought you were intelligent enough to trust the person on the phone to get a briefcase, which is why you didn't send Wraith to go and get it. Because you specifically changed your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was booby trapped. He had nothing. So here's the thing. He had nothing to gain by the booby trap. The scenario, at no point did he have anything to gain by even attacking us. He could have literally just not even contacted us. At no point would it have changed the outcome of what occurred. So, no, at the moment,
so
what I thought he was doing was talking to the person who was in charge of the apartment complex to get me to move all of the people out and get everything done, cover my losses, and so that they could take over the building. That's not what they were doing. They had already bombed the building before they even attacked us. So I had no reason to believe that he was going to be sitting in ambush, since there was no tactical advantage for him to set an ambush except for him being just a dick. So no, while I didn't trust him, the motivation didn't make any sense for him to ambush us. That's why I had you go grab it, not Wraith. And in hindsight, probably not a good idea.
Very bad call.
But at the time, didn't make any
Rico
sense.
had also apologized.
Yep.
And the vagrants on the street turned out to be soldiers. So something was clearly not good.
Yes. Once again, tactically though, it made
You
no
should have
sense
gotten the
for him.
briefcase.
Well, that would have also put the person with the most ammunition, the most guns, and the most training in combat to turn his back to all the people with all the guns and all the training.
But you trusted him at that time because there was no reason to. You know what? Just. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
It sucks.
Second
I'm sorry
question.
about your hand.
Why was Rico leading us and not you?
What?
Rico was leading us to Rex's place.
Okay.
Why him and not you?
Well, we were going to Rex's place. And the instant he started to turn away from Rex's place is when I stopped. The path we took was the same path to Rex's place, through back alleys, away from main streets. And then once he started going away from Rex's place, that's when we stopped.
GM Moxie wouldn't know if back alleys is normal or not, correct?
No. I wouldn't think so. Well, you could roll, I guess, your local knowledge.
Probably not. Oh no, maybe 17.
17? You, thinking back on it, I mean, he didn't really veer off the course to go to Rex's. For the most part, he was leading you the correct way. But he did take a turn that didn't make sense, and that's when Angus caught him.
Stopped. Okay. So at least there's that.
Be weird.
And what are you going to do now to replace all my stuff that you lost?
I didn't lose any of your stuff. I kept all of your stuff and returned it to you.
You monitor the building. You don't own the building. Who owns the building?
Did you want me to stop a corp from coming in and bombing it? Is that what you think I was capable of?
No.
I'm sorry. I apologize that all of your stuff got lost and all those other people died and that all of my stuff got lost too.
Yeah, so shouldn't you want someone to pay for this?
Right. Here's the thing. I feel bad about your hand, which is why I made sure that you didn't die. Pay for the building that I didn't own. I will make those who need to pay because I know where that chain goes.
Right. Who does that chain go to?
As far as replacing your stuff that you lost because you didn't keep it with you, I've got no interest in that. I don't want anything to happen to you. I'm doing my very best to give you the best to get you back on your feet. I've done all that I can. I took out a loan with
except
Rex.
Getting back on my feet requires having the stuff that I no longer have.
Right.
Yes.
So here's what I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I took out a loan with Rex so that you didn't die.
Thank you.
I got you a place to stay. And I'm willing to bring you along on jobs to help you get your stuff back. But I'm not going to buy you stuff. That's just not where this is going to go. I'm doing all that I can. It stinks.
Well, not all, but you're doing something. So I'll take that for now. So what jobs have you lined up?
Roll a quick empathy check for me.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Gosh dang it. Am I just trying to roll under it, or what am I trying to do?
Just roll it and then add empathy.
That would be an 8 total.
8 total.
That's rolled a 3 and I got a 5 empathy.
Okay. Drop 1 point of humanity. Just one.
Me?
Mhm.
Why?
Because you don't feel it. You don't feel any sympathy for this chick, and you really want to, but you just don't.
Great. Moxie, if I could make it all better, I would. But believe me, this is more than most would do for you. I don't know where you come from. I don't know how you got here. But you are living in a rundown apartment building with someone who's never been designed to be a landlord. Your situation was pretty well fucked beforehand. It's not going to get better by looking backwards. My suggestion is to look forward. Let's get this shit done so we can get back on our feet and out of living in cubes. How does that sound?
Sounds like going back to my other question, which was, what jobs do you have for us?
Rex is going to get us some jobs lined up. The question to you is this. How dirty are you willing to get?
Define dirt?
You do see people in the hallway. Some have, when you say that, some have kind of perked their ear up.
I just stopped talking altogether. Would you like to step inside and talk to me now?
No, but I will.
Go inside my
Just
cube.
beside the cube.
We are this close. Moxie, I don't know what your past is, but you're going to have to figure out real quick how you're going to either repair your hand or walk away from this altogether. I'm willing to help you the most that I can, but the jobs
Yes.
we're going to take on are probably going to involve people dying.
Oh, that's fine. Mostly. Depends on who.
You don't get to pick. They give you a job, and if people try to stop you from doing the job, those people die.
Well, I can say no to the job.
Yes, you can say no to the job.
I'm not.
But once you say yes to the job, you're in the job.
Right. But I still get to choose.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
But what I'm saying is when we're there and the people are there that need to be dying.
So long as
You
I've
have to choose
chosen
them.
that they're going to die.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not. There are some lines you shouldn't cross.
Yeah.
That humanity loss really feels.
Yeah. Yeah.
You say yes, but you don't mean it.
Yeah. I don't mean that yes. That yes doesn't come across convincing, probably.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. That was intentional. Moxie. If you want my help, I'm happy to help you the best that I can. Please know that that is only so far, but I'm gonna try, okay? I'm sorry that you lost your stuff. Here, I reach into the bags, I grab the scrambler, the tech scrambler that I picked up off of Rico.
Somebody make me a deduction. Okay, you give it. All right, sorry.
I'm like,
Oh, the
you want
jammer?
this? Yeah. You want this? I don't know how to use it. Deduction?
Yeah, please make a deduction and tell me the results.
Where is deduction? I don't have the character sheets memorized.
It's under
Can you
education.
tell me what it's under? Okay, thank you. Education skills? I don't see it.
It's in alphabetical order. It starts with a D.
Oh, because I was on the other round. Oh, yeah, okay. So I got a 11.
Okay.
I'm not real smart. Moxie's smart.
What'd you get, Mox?
Oh, I didn't realize that was for both of us.
Yeah,
So
both of you.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
That was a 10.
Oh.
And an 8 plus 14. Math, guys.
Wait, what did you
22.
say?
22.
That's 18 plus 14.
32.
18?
32.
18 plus 14.
Oh,
32.
32.
32.
Sweet. That's pretty good.
I'm dumb.
In fact, it's so good that because your mind has been on that stuff you lost, how important all of it was to you, you think that, well, 6 days isn't really a lot of time. And as you guys are talking about this, you think could be worth going back to take a look.
Okay.
I did just offer you some help. Do I think that too or no? I don't think
No,
that.
you don't think anything.
I'm just,
You're like,
I'm thinking that sometimes butterflies fly by
Shit.
for no reason.
Shit happens.
Why
You move
do
on.
birds suddenly
Why do birds?
Oh, eventually, you know, you're just.
reappear?
Okay, let's not get distracted.
Um,
Stop it.
Okay.
It's
She
fine.
will. She'll take the jammer.
I don't know how to use it.
Look on her face, kind of like she's obviously distracted for a moment.
Right, well, while we wait for Rex to get something together, I wanted to go back to Shady Acres anyway. I want to do some filming. I could use someone to watch the area while I do that. And it might not be a bad idea to look around.
Fine. Can you finish resting up first and healing up your body? Your
Yes.
wound still looks pretty fresh there.
Yeah, we'll go when I'm a bit better.
Fine, I can do that.
Wonderful. She opens the door and walks out.
Yeah.
Angus, do a tactics for me.
Sir, 15.
Okay. They're definitely going to have security watching that place. Especially considering it's not legally theirs, or at least you don't think so.
I also don't care anymore.
Two
At some
of
point, I'm
you-
going to go kill my parents.
The two,
So,
the two of you looking at the building, unless you're very careful, could be unwise.
okay. Well, she's got a couple days to heal up, and I got a couple days to figure out how that's going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I might
Those couple days pass, unless you guys
Okay.
want to do anything else.
just get some clothes, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Moxie wants to
Lay in bed and rest.
not leave the I have notes. No. Whatever. The place, the building.
Okay.
She wants to ask about Wraith. Has anyone seen or heard from?
Nobody in the bar has.
Not since he left.
Though Frank says Frank at some point tells you, "Oh yes, I know Wraith. He plays here sometime."
Well,
He'd make an excellent distraction for us. If he comes back, you let me know.
He says, "Oh, okay. I tell you."
Thank you.
you're so much sweeter to people than I am. Except for you're not very sweet to me. You're very mad at me for some reason.
I wonder why.
No idea.
Angus, are you just buying some leisure wear, some bohemian? What are you wearing?
I mean, just like some sweatpants and
Okay.
Some t-shirts, nothing fancy. Just something simple, something to cover up. Not gray sweatpants for those listening. Not the intention of Angus. Apparently, Angus McBangus.
$550 will get you a whole new outfit.
Oh, I do not have that much money.
I did not think so.
500. So my rent for a month is 500. 550 gets me one outfit.
For that kind, yeah.
I just want sweatpants and a shirt.
Oh, okay.
I can get that at Walgreens.
That's 120.
That's this. No wonder this world is just filled with people in desperation.
Keep in mind
and
that
strife.
supply lines are still having issues getting set back since the Fourth Corporate War.
Yeah. Let me minus some money.
You
here.
live in a literal box. That's what you live in.
Yeah, and I spent $500 for it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I have to do. I almost had enough money for rent. Almost had enough money for. Okay, cool. We can go.
We can skip ahead. You guys get to the
Did
I'm sorry.
Sorry, did Angus tell Moxie that it was going to be watched and the two of them going around was going to be?
I figured we'd do that
after you left.
Yeah, and we'll do that in character. Don't you worry.
After we head there.
No, we'll head there before we head there. I'll tell
you guys have some things to do.
We'll talk before that.
Yeah, I thought we were skipping to there, and I was like, wait.
No.
Carry on.
I still need to set up things.
Carry on.
At a certain point, or you finally feel well rested, Moxie. It's a late evening. You see Cammy and Cass in the bar. They're playing some sort of game with a shot glass and a coin. Bouncing it off the table. Then flicking it at each other's knuckles if they miss. And the bar is pretty dead this evening. It's like a Monday. Those are the only two customers and Frank. Moxie, you said you were going to buy another outfit as well?
Yeah, she spent 90 eddies on generic chic top, pants, shoes. Whatever state her windbreaker is in, she's still wearing it.
Okay. So
not great.
Not great. If you'd like to do a
real breezy on the right arm.
If you'd like to do like a wardrobe and style, you could try to spruce it up so it looks kind of punk.
Ooh, okay.
So, if Cyberpunk 2020 was
Wraith
for
can help me
punks,
with this. Aw, 11.
11.
11.
You managed to distress it in a way that kind of looks intentional, but not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Claymore chic.
Yes.
That's a new
fashion style.
Fashion style. Claymore chic. Anyway, what were you saying, Angus?
Oh, I was in my head. If Cyberpunk 2020 was for punk rockers, is Cyberpunk 2077 for dubsteppers?
I think it's still punk, man.
Is it?
Cyberpunk.
Well,
anyway, so we start off our scene in the bar. Moxie, you're there. So are you, Cass. And Cammy turns to you, Moxie, says, "Hey, you're looking a lot better."
Thank you. In the downtime, have I interacted with this person?
No, you have
Cool,
no idea
okay.
who's even talking.
No idea who that
to.
is.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Just this
Just making
little
sure.
petite cyan-colored chick in a giant's hoodie is talking to you, and her compatriot, who's wearing like leisure wear or
A tracksuit.
A tracksuit.
And chains.
Chains.
chains. Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know you, but thank
I
you.
see the doctor.
Love.
I don't know you.
Love
either.
those.
Oh, I like your hairs as well. And
Oh,
this
it,
jacket. Oh, it's such a shame.
It really, really is.
She says,
Man.
"Uncanny." By the
Responsible
way,
for
and she
everything.
sticks out her hand.
Moxie 11. Pleasure.
Shake. This is
Cass.
Strangers?
Not strangers, no. Kind of like looks around. Anyway,
Partners.
partners, right?
Right.
She gives kind of like a knowing smile to you.
Right. This is going to be fun. And she kicks out a chair next to Cammy and sits down.
All right. You want a beer?
If you're paying, that would be wonderful.
She says. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Frank serves you up a beer, sets it in front of you.
Just-
Angus walks in at this point. It's your night off, Angus.
Look at the bar. Regret all choices I've made in life.
Moxie finally looks in a state that she can do something.
Oh, she can do something. All right. Moxie,
Her
how you
hair, by
feeling
the
today?
way, is like a dark purple as opposed to its bright blue that it was before.
Gotcha.
Moxie, how you feeling today?
Better. Much better.
Good to hear.
Almost whole.
Listen, about running over to that place.
Mhm.
It's probably still got pretty tight security on it. Just so you know.
Frank, at this point, kind of wakes up from his kind of. He mostly just stands there, kind of absently doing some work or leaning against the bar. But when you start talking about security, he says, "Hey, you should not speak here, my friend. There are booze. Over there."
Okay, thanks, Frank. Sorry about that.
Mm.
Well, we'll talk later, Mox, about it. All right, but we're gonna need to have some forethought into it. Okay.
Don't want to just go over to a booth.
We can. That's fine. Cass, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I've, by the way, since introduced you to me as Scotsman. Just so you know.
She
So,
says,
yeah.
"What's up, Scottsy?"
Night off. You guys heard from Rex in a while?
Here and there. Why?
Just waiting to get some work from him.
And he says he was waiting
Yeah.
for you.
Okay. I'll run by his office in a minute. You guys gonna be hanging out?
Yeah, we're looking for some work from him too.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late in the month. I would really like to find something soon.
Yep.
You know anything?
Agreed.
Frank says,
No.
"Hey, booze."
All right.
I'll get up. I'll go to the booth. I don't have a drink, by the way. I'm not drinking.
Okay.
Uh,
The four of you
So-
get up.
Moxie gives Frank this look like, I know, right?
You He says, yes. What is with you? Kuro kuro pa.
Oh, I speak that language. I don't. Yeah, so I'll go to the booth. No, I'm hoping he gets something ready for us. And
Because I'll slide into the booth.
Yep.
I'm hoping he gets something for us soon. But yeah, Moxie, listen, we can go over there and try to take a look around, but understand that there's going to have security posted around the perimeter on that, and they're going to be observing it, specifically for people who look like, well, me. So I don't mind trying to take a look at it, but I don't want to.
But that kind of makes you a really great distraction, doesn't it?
Right. I don't want to risk life or limb for it. Okay.
Kenny says, what are you guys talking about right now?
Sounds like a job to me where they need somebody who they don't know.
Unless you're willing to do that for free.
Do what?
Yeah.
For free.
We're gonna go try to take a look. You heard about the bombed out apartment building a few blocks back?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go try to take a look at that. So, see if there's anything left in the rubble that got missed.
Oh, like a scavenger job?
See, that's a little bit
Something like
different,
that.
she says, shifting. Because it may not be free.
Well, I know that some people would be looking for some stuff specific, and that would have to be theirs. But anything else found, that would entirely be yours.
She looks at you. Cass.
Sounds easy to me. What's the deets on the other side? What are we dealing with? We have to check it out.
Well, we'd have to go get a scope at what they've got as far as perimeter security, if they're using any drones or net coverage for it, for surveillance. And then, honestly, at that point, it's just rubble to see what they've gone through and see if they pulled anything apart yet, or see if there's anything excess. There was a lower level garage that had belongings and cars and vehicles, and then there was it was a mostly full apartment complex, so there was a lot of people's stuff still locked inside. Most of them were free people who had a lot of secrets. So,
Well, we're not, maybe we aren't known what where looked like. We could at least take a stroll right by, don't you think, Cam?
She says, yeah, I don't see why we couldn't just, casually walk by. It's just a city street, right?
yep.
Yeah, we'd have
Like
a
I
look
said-
for you. If you let us take, okay, here's the deal. You let Cass and I take whatever we find that ain't yours. That belongs to you two.
Done.
Done? What do you think?
Don't even care.
Cass?
That sounds like a deal to me. I know I could use some money.
She says, done.
She sticks out her hand, pulling up her sleeve.
All right.
No. I'm aware it's a pretty good deal. So I'm just asking for some help to get through this. Trying to help my friend out here get her things back. So
Also need to take picture, recording or two of the actual site itself.
I do got an agent. Would those pictures be good enough?
I have my own, shockingly. My video camera would be better, but so long as you can either distract a guard or step in if one gets too confrontational while I try to do it myself.
let's try not to do confrontational. These are higher level
No.
corpsec. So let's try to be quiet. Let's not try to go loud.
Which corp are we dealing with?
Yeah. What do you mean high level corpsec?
Yeah.
This is Newsnet property,
Oh,
subsidiary of
World.
WorldNet
WorldSat.
or NewsSat. Sorry, subsidiary of WorldSat.
I don't know what NewsSat is, but I know what WorldSat is.
It's a company that's underneath WorldSat. It's one of their sub companies.
Moving in from Haywood.
It's theirs
Well,
now.
Well, I guess it can't hurt to take a look first, and then maybe.
maybe get a plan after doing some reconnaissance.
Seems pretty reasonable. I don't think they know Moxie either.
Probably not.
So,
Oh,
Depends
okay.
who's working.
but they definitely have a vague or good idea of who I am. So probably not a good idea for me to go walking around on the surveillance part. But the three of you could.
Gotcha.
What kind of resistance are they expecting?
If you're just, they're
Ideally,
probably-
none.
Well, that's probably perimeter on what they're probably prepping for a construction site. So, they're probably looking at light level security right now while they're just holding the building. But it's a gang neighborhood, so they're gonna have something.
Okay. Gang neighborhood too.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Because if they didn't have security, there wouldn't be no stuff there.
Well, and not only that, but then they'd have to fight the gangs back out once they want to move in to move the construction equipment in. So it's easier to hold a position than it is to retake.
That's true.
Honestly, Scotsy, this plan is sounding more and more like a gonk brain shit show than anything, but I'm willing
Listen.
to take a look.
If you're willing to take a look, I'm not asking you to go down any path that leads you to violence or injury. Take a look. If it gets too hot, pull right out of there. Don't even bother.
All
Okay?
right.
I'm not asking you to push nothing on it. Okay?
All right.
All right. Let's hook up by agents. Are we all heading down or what? What's the plan? When are we going? What is this? What are we doing?
Well, if you guys want to run it, it's, midday. It's probably pretty good to see what their layout looks like now and what their movements are around the perimeter. I can hold back a few blocks. I ain't gonna get close though.
Yeah, I'm thinking we go tomorrow morning during the day, see what kind of security they run, kind of monitor that. And then at night, they're going to have other stuff going on, but we at least get an idea what kind of force they have around.
Well, we could look for electronics in the day too, if they have any cameras
Yeah.
or what kind of surveillance they have. You run the net, young lady?
She tips her virtuality goggles, nods.
You may want to take a look around for that.
She
See if
says,
they got anything
when we
wired
get
up on.
close, I can run a scan, see if they have any node architectures, any access points. But we need to get close, and I would prefer, just in case there is some sort of network spider in there, that we have pretty quick backup.
I'll ghost you guys a block behind.
Seems fair.
I'll stick to the back alleys. I know the area.
A city block? That's not very quick backup. Can you be closer than that?
I don't want to tip off anything for you, but yeah, I can get as close with it.
Well, what does the
I'll try to
layout
stay
of
in
the
dark.
area look like?
Do I need to roll a local to describe that to her?
Not that immediate place. I mean, I've described it a few times, but I can recap.
Yeah. Yeah, it sits on the end
Moxie
of the
go on
cul-de-sac.
her agent and pull up like a visual map,
Yeah, I would say that.
especially with the news footage. And I'm assuming there's an aerial shot somewhere she can find.
You got the news footage, and that would show you a good view of the neighborhood.
So I'll describe that it's on a cul-de-sac and it's got the other bombed out tenements and stuff.
Yeah. She says,
Oh, there's plenty of places to hide out there.
I'll stick to the shadow so I'm close.
Okay. Sounds like a plan then.
So we'll hit it up in the morning and do a quick scout on it, get some intel, and then scout back. And if anything goes wrong, it's not a matter of pushing in. It's if something happens to you and you got to go and do your thing to protect yourself, we'll get you out. And all it is we're trying to do is move on out. But use caution and remember we're trying to not ring bells here.
She says, sure, yeah. So in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I figure
I'll try
while
to
we're
talk-
waiting, you know,
I'll
why
talk
not?
I'll try to talk to Rex to see if we get something lined up here soon.
All right. Are you gonna? We need in on that too.
Yep. I'll go knock on his office and let him know where we ask questions.
The office. The office is actually what you take to get into here, so you'd have to go up to his room.
Oh, okay. I will
He's
go
not
up
just-
to his room. I don't know what his office hours are.
He doesn't own this place,
Yeah.
not the bar.
Yeah.
So you go up to his room, give a knock. He opens the door and he says, "Yo, ain't you ever heard of a fucking phone?"
20 fucking feet away.
He says, "I don't give a shit. I got company. What do you want?"
No, man. Hit me up when you're done. I don't mean to interrupt.
He says, "Nova, peace, close."
Go back downstairs. I forget about phones. I don't like to use them. My character does not trust a lot of stuff.
Nothing good comes from a phone call, right?
No. I have had bad experience with phone calls. So is Moxie.
What's the phone call?
I mean, what was the phone call?
What was?
It was a
Anyway.
phone call. Could have been, a lot of things could happen. I'll go back down and tell him, hey, he's busy. He's going to hit me up on the agent when he's done.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, meanwhile, just head back, relax.
Okay.
I'm going to go get a workout in.
All right. There's probably a gym up the street a little bit.
I'll go to my box and work out in the box.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
spending money on stuff that's not.
All right. God, you act like you're poor or something. You act like I took your home.
Listen.
Away from
Blank. I'm looking for a handout here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Can I have 2 handouts?
No. All right.
Moxie?
So you
Ah,
the group you guys, I don't know, spend your night doing whatever it is that you're gonna do,
Getting swole.
working out.
Foxy will hang
Drinking.
with Cammy and Cass and figure out that whole situation.
Okay. Do
Yep.
I guess a human perception.
Oh, media. Yeah, why am I the one talking to people? I'm terrible at things.
It's your high empathy.
Yeah, it's obviously the high empathy.
It's only 13.
Only 13. Yeah, you're not really able to figure out what's going on. I mean, they have a good relationship. Seem close, or like they know each other at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't really tell if like the flirting is anything beyond casual or not.
Okay.
Okay. The 3 of you spend the night together drinking until wee hours of the night and head to your beds. And
Gross beds.
Yeah, wake up the next day, where you all gather back at the bar, I assume.
Yeah.
Oof.
In the booth for Frank.
Yeah. In the
Okay. Frank does.
Good work,
Yeah.
dummies.
And by the way, to our podcast listeners, I gave a thumbs up, double thumbs up, and a big smile.
I forget. Yeah.
The best part is it was 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
Only
Twin thumbs.
one character can't do that.
Oh,
Oh,
why do
Aw.
you gotta do that?
I mean, she can't. It's just a little.
It's just temporary.
It's like a slap in the face.
It's just temporary. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So you all get together the next morning, and yeah, what are the plans? I guess it's to go to the building. So you make your way down through the streets of Watson towards
I'll kind of ghost them.
Harold.
Actually, sorry, hang on. The jammer that I have.
Yeah.
Do I know how that works? Does Moxie know how that works?
Do electronic security, I would guess.
I don't know how it works,
Where
which is why I was
that?
not super upset about getting rid of it.
Security.
Just trying to help out my teammates. No one likes me.
It's only a 6.
6.
Yeah.
That's plus intelligence.
That
or
was
tech,
it's
I mean?
a tech skill. Yeah, your tech is really low.
Wow, your tech is horrible.
It is.
How are you a
Um,
media with low tech?
I have it in points that matter.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Like photography and film?
Yes,
Oh,
a lot of points went into that.
I should have made a paramedic.
Would have been handy.
Yeah, you have no idea how to use it. Has some
Okay, so
buttons
then-
on it.
The night before, she knows it can jam signal. She's aware it can do that.
She is aware that it can do that.
So she's gonna press kind of throughout the night when she's in her cube, kind of go
Oh,
With her
trying to
agent.
figure it out.
trying to figure out at least how to turn off service, turn on service, and if she can get service off, can she still record with her
Okay,
agent?
get-
Because that's really all she wants to
I'll
do.
give you. All right, so go ahead and make your roll, and the same
While
roll
you in this
Uh,
populated area.
at a +4 because it.
I rolled a 1.
Are you
Shit.
serious?
I did. It's a 9.
You re-roll the 1
Reroll the 1.
and then subtract it from the result.
Oh, right. Oh, man. It's a 6. So it's a 9. So it's a 3.
3. All
Yeah.
right. Of the buttons on the thing, you're not
Hmm.
sure which makes what do what. You think you have turned it on at one point, but it quickly the little screen goes dark not too long after. You spend hours upon doing this.
Yeah.
And the thing frustrates you to no end, and you just have no idea how to make this thing work.
Okay.
Very sorry.
It's okay. I tried.
I
did try.
I tried to help you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Tech is not my strong suit.
You used to have a cameraman, and the highlight of your
No,
media days, probably.
yeah. Let's go with that.
Sure. All right, so you are unable to figure it out, unfortunately, and then
Right.
you guys wake up during the day, start heading towards the building. When you get close, Cammy, where did my dice go? Oh no. She drops down her virtuality goggles, and starts. Oh, I put them in here. There we go. starts interfacing with some unseen thing by pushing her hands into the air. And she says, okay. So, looks like they do have an access point at the site. That architecture I'm not really sure about, looks new. There's also an old one in the building on the left hand here as we're coming up. That one looks a little bit older. She says, so I guess the question is, do you want to get me close to the newer one, or should I hit up this old one?
Well, if we want to be stealthy, probably the old one first and see what that gives us.
Okay.
My guess is chances are they also have the newer one for them, and you're less likely to encounter something with the older one.
It's possible, yeah.
Well, while we're moving through that, I'll ghost you guys a little bit behind, see if anyone's looking at you, while you guys try to move around kind of more naturally. And we get, if anything gets real hot, we just pull out. Yeah, let's try to sneak in there, get you connected to that, see what we can find. Cass, if I'll do the same, if you could look for perimeter movements, guard count. Moxie, same thing. I know it's not your real area of expertise, but anything you see that's kind of corpsec or important on your end for what you're looking for to record, just give us a heads up on it. Sound good?
Will do.
Sounds like a plan.
And break. Blank's definitely going to kill us.
All right.
Moxie would like to keep an eye out. Any vagrants they pass by.
Okay, I think the two of you said you were going to keep an eye out as she starts walking towards the building. I guess you can all make perception checks as you walk closer.
And I'm, like I said, I'm kind of ghosting behind. I don't want to be recognized. And if they do have surveillance, and if it has facial recognition, then they're not looking for Cass and what's
Cammy.
her Cammy. They probably aren't looking for Moxie either, but who knows?
Yeah, you guys get closer and you start noticing just familiar things. The Nook It Burger Vendit machine that you usually hit up if you're looking for some pretty tasty, quick burgers. You come across that as you get closer to the building, indicating you're here, basically. It's just beyond this next corner, and there is Shady Lane, or where it was.
I would
What
like
was your-
to put
Mhm.
my combat points into threat detection.
Okay.
Same.
Go ahead and make me your perception checks, all three of you.
Yeah,
So
4
that's-
into threat
right.
detection and 2 into damage deflection.
Okay.
Threat.
16 for Moxie.
Okay.
21.
For perception. Shoot.
Mhm.
And we can add our ability for perception.
However many you spend in it.
Oh,
Okay.
19. Sorry, 19.
19. Okay.
I'll put 2 in. That's 8. 18, 19.
19? So you
Yep.
both got 19s?
Heck yes.
And you're staying back a little bit, right?
I'm
Angus?
ghosting back a little bit, yeah.
All right. So You guys, you especially, Angus, are on the lookout for any transient person
Oh yeah.
with a poncho a few sizes too large. You're definitely hyper aware of those guys, and you don't see anything, but you do at some point pass by the alley that you walked by. There's police tape up, and
Yeah.
but it's completely empty otherwise. You don't really see anything coming up. Neither do you, Cass. But you are a little bit ahead, so as you're getting close to that building, you guys get to the edge of the building where the access point is for the net architecture. You spot ahead of you, maybe probably 150 yards. You see a security walking around a chain link fence. The chain link fence looks like it's not cemented into the concrete. It looks like it was definitely put up to protect some sort of construction site. And you're probably intuit that is Shady Acres.
You smart.
So you see one security guard making his way past on the outskirts of that chain link fence. You can kind of make out. I mean, the angle's a little bit weird, but you definitely see like the back end of a dump truck and all sorts of like rubble. You get into the building, turning you away from that scene. And she leads you guys in through this burnt out tenement. I mean, it's mostly just... it's completely abandoned, but there's still like layers of trash adorning the walls. You can see some used air hypos laying on the ground, so some less than savory folks still probably reside in this place. But the doors have all been kicked open or been broken apart in some manner. But this place has been completely ransacked. The windows are all broken out. You're walking down kind of another apartment hallway, but you can see through the windows, and as you pass each room, you see out at Shady Acres. She leads you into what would have been an office, which has a computer with the screen completely smashed in. She says, "This is it. I can't believe this thing is still working."
Yeah. This is pretty gone.
Weird.
The computer chair that, or the desk chair that was sitting there, looks like just cut up, and the back has been bent and broken down. And she slides down into it and says, "Give me a minute and I'll see what's in here."
Yep.
Yes, Angus.
Real quick. While she's doing that, before she dips in there, am I in with them or am I still...
You're still back. I assumed
Yeah.
that you did not go into the building with them.
I'm going to just kind of keep on the inside of the building to see if anything pops in and around
Okay.
from that entranceway, and I'm going to be listening for footsteps, high alert for anything moving towards us, since I know what she's doing in there could set off alarm bells, and be ready to alert them. And should I hear anything, I'm going to initiate my
Krasnikov?
My Krasnikov.
Or
I'm
not,
just
not Krasnikov.
whatever. It's
Sendeviston.
Sendeviston.
Okay.
So I
That
can
only lasts a minute, just so you know. You sure
yeah.
you want
So
to
I'm not.
activate it right now?
No. I'm not going to activate it. I'm just prepared to activate it as soon as I notice something occur.
Okay.
So I can click it up. What's the cooldown on that? A couple hours, right? Yeah, I can't remember.
I think it is an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you, Moxie?
Is there a window in this room?
In the room, in the office, you're up with Cass and Cammy.
She's in the doorway of the room with Cass and Cammy.
Okay. Are you nervous I'm gonna blow you up or something? No.
I don't know. Let's see. The last teammate with a friend worked out real well for me.
It's a new team. It's a new team. It's a new
It's a
team.
new team. You don't know these people. Just kidding.
Cammy's
So,
gonna die.
Is there a window in the room with them?
with them, no, there is not. It is an office room in the center of this apartment building.
Is there a window in? Is there a room across from the office with a window
Yes,
in it?
there is. Yes, there
Can I
is.
go to near the window? Not right at the window, but near the window
Please
and
roll
look
me a
out.
stealth check.
No can.
Stealth.
15.
Okay.
Media sneaky.
You make your way through the room, and your foot crunches some glass as you walk. But other than that, it's pretty quiet. You get to the window. What would you like to do?
What kind of view do I have of the crater?
The crater.
The crater, the hole.
Pretty good view. You can see the crumbled remains. It's been completely taken down in what appear. Do a deduction, actually.
Deduction. Didn't know that was going to be so important, or I would have put some points in it.
You can't put points in everything.
No, I can't
I
find
know.
it. There we go.
I mean, you can put 1 point. It's all the way down.
20 total.
Holy crap!
Good.
My deduction
yeah.
is real high.
You can tell by looking at the rubble that they have spent an immense amount. It was a controlled build, so it went straight down. But they have spent a considerable amount of time clearing out rubble, and you're mostly down to the ground floor. So you can see the dump truck is, or there's a dump truck. Let me rephrase. There's the main building that's in crumble. There's still like pieces of concrete and apartment left sitting on top of the crumbled remains.
Okay.
There's on the far side, you can't really see, but that's where the garage was. That has also been demolished. There's a parking lot on the side closest to you, and that is where an outline or a perimeter around that of chain link fence has been set up. And inside that chain link fence, there's a dump truck, there's a crane, there's a bulldozer. There's also a Graph 3 construction drone. It kind of looks like a giant giraffe type looking thing.
Giraffe looking drone. Got it.
There's a little tent set up where it looks like there's a desk and a computer screen, probably to control some of the equipment, you would guess, because your deduction is incredible and you're Sherlock Holmes. And a line of outhouses. Give me a sec to look at my map here. I've forgotten everything off the top of my head. Other than that, apologies. Oh, just Yeah, that's all you can really see. Actually, that's it. A pile of rubble where the bulldozer is pushing stuff closer so the crane can get at it. The construction equipment seems to be in use currently, and there's a guy at the computer doing things, typing. Coming towards you on the opposite side, or like along the perimeter of the chain link fence, coming towards you, is a guard. He's got an assault rifle in his hand, very openly carrying, walking in your direction.
Quickly before she kind of like ducks behind the wall and out of view of the window, what he can see of her anyway. Is it a Militech guard?
Roll perception for me.
Because this is
I'm gonna give
probably
you-
going to matter. My next question to you is it one of the Militech guards who had seen her before?
Okay. Roll perception -2 for the distance.
Okay.
Because you're trying
13.
to recognize him specifically. You have no idea.
I mean, Militech first, but then if it was
He is
the
not-
Militech one who
I will
kicked her out.
I will tell you that he is not wearing a Militech jacket.
Okay.
Or it doesn't appear so.
Okay.
If you remember before, they had big white letters, and you don't
Yes.
see that on him.
Okay. Did she see any other guards from where she is?
Yeah. On the opposite side of that chain link fence, you spot him just barely, and he's walking the other way.
So two guards?
2 so far.
I'll be a lot more of a night.
So all I'd like for her to do is just kind of stay where she is so long as she feels that she's hidden enough. And then if this guard who's coming towards, I'm assuming he's doing like a perimeter lap, probably with the other one. But she would like to take some video footage. Maybe even are they out of like earshot if she streams and starts talking?
You could say things. You think you could probably get away with saying things in a whisper, but the concrete, walls. I should have made you roll a deduction check for this, but the concrete walls would probably bounce and carry your voice if you spoke too loudly.
Okay. Okay. She's just gonna stream some video then of like the hole and what used to be there. And if she can manage it, and only if she's like 100% certain she can manage this from like a distance, she doesn't have to be at the window recording and get a clean cut. She can record it from inside with the broken window. She's not that picky. If she can manage it, she'd like to take the Anderson toy car,
Okay.
and put it on the windowsill and grab a couple frames with that, or a couple pictures, a little bit of video with that before taking it back as well.
Okay. And you said you're streaming. What are you saying?
Oh, no. If she could do it talking safely, she'd stream. If not, she'll just record some video.
Oh, okay.
So she's just
sorry,
going
I
to record the
misunderstood.
video.
Gotcha.
It's all good.
Okay. So you stay up there recording and that kind of thing.
Yep.
And taking your sad bastard pictures.
Yes. Yes, I am.
And that's awesome. You should mark that somewhere.
Mhm.
I know it's an odd inventory item, but
There's a plan.
that's cool. I like it. So what we're doing now is Cass. All right. Cass says, simple lock. Give me a sec.
I have my gun drawn since we're in a room with no windows. just in case I need it.
The ice in here are barely rezzed. There's a control node up here, she says. Let me see if I can grab it. Looks like it's just some cameras.
Oh, perfect.
Alright. No problem. I've got a hold of
Are-
it. Yeah, we've got some camera feed up here. Pretty fuzzy, though. She patches the feed through to your agent, Cass. She says, you might want to call the others, share them, or link them in on this line. I guess I can do
Okay.
that. Your agent rings, Angus, and so does yours, Moxie. Ooh. When your agent rings, Moxie,
Mm-hmm.
the guard looks over that direction and he turns his ear.
She would have had the phone in her hands. She would have answered it like right away.
Okay.
And just, I don't know, holds it to her chest, mute any sort of sound, and just kind of waits.
Okay.
Puts it on silent. That's
you
the thing.
You sit there against the wall. Your heart is thumping rapidly. You have no visual on the guard, so at this point, so you have no idea what's going on. You see the toy car is left on the windowsill.
Oh, she picked it back.
You weren't
She
able-
picked it
this
back up when she was done.
This is while you're still filming.
Yeah, okay. The car would have been the last thing she would have done, so yeah. We'll say it's still there.
Okay. Nothing happens for a few seconds. Cass is speaking to you, or you get the call, Angus. She says, got some security feed here. Might want to take a look.
Okay, can you record it?
I can record it, yeah. Why?
Just out of curiosity. If you could, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Comes up. It's a really blurry picture of the site below. Looks like one of the corner cameras just to monitor the parking garages that have all been broken down, burnt out for this apartment building. But in the corner, you can kind of see the mess that is Shady Acres.
If I can see it on mine, I'll record it on my agent too.
Okay.
That's something I can do.
Okay. Again, you should mark it somehow.
Cammy, can you take it back to the night of the explosion?
She says, no, it does not record. It's live
Oh, okay.
feed only.
Okay.
We're lucky
Good
this
thought,
thing...
though, by the way.
That is a good thought. This thing barely works as it is.
No, fair enough. I just figured might as well check.
I can try to turn this thing to give a better angle. You want me to try that?
Oh, not while it's light out.
Okay.
Can you get back in easier now that you've gotten control of it?
Maybe. I'd have to dig a little deeper and make a back door. You want me to do that?
No, I think we've got enough. I mean, I think we've gotten what we need, really. Let's find out how many guards and what's going on with the other stuff.
Okay.
We know what this is now.
Okay. You guys all sit there, watch the feed for a little bit, and
I am not super paying attention to that. I'm super paying
you
attention
can't
to
see the guard that Moxie
Yeah.
had seen, but you do see one round the corner on the far side of the building over the rubble. You see one walking down towards you now.
So if I'm in the building, right, doorway here, I want to pull back as far into the darkness of the buildings while pieing out the edge to see.
You're actually
kind of
going
that
into the burnt out tenement?
a little bit more.
Where the
yeah.
group are? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way I can still see Like if he crosses into that plane of the pie, I can see it. But
Okay.
I become very small, but my window out is a lot larger.
Gotcha.
How the pie works.
Okay. All right.
And I've got my rifle out and pull my helmet and stick that thing out.
Okay. You see a guy walking, that one I described earlier, who's walking away from you. He's like down the side of the building now, and he looks like he's about to round a corner. And then you see another one pop up and walk into your field of vision and round the side of the chain link.
On the agent, hey, it's time to go now. Exit away from the building.
Not towards you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought this was...
He just looks like he's on the normal... He looks like he's going to the exact same pattern as the one that you see far down the way.
Oh, okay. I thought they were popping up and then more and more were popping up towards me. I'm sorry.
He's just walking along the chain link.
Okay. Hey, guys, we've got more guards doing a perimeter rounds here. Looks like they're doing it pretty regularly in the pools. You guys have a better vantage point from where you are.
Says... Kind of. I think I've seen one so far.
How about have I seen 3?
You have seen 2 in total.
2. I've seen 2 moving around the chain link fence.
All right, I think we're ready to head out of the building.
Okay, let's head out on the far side of this building away from the construction site.
Gotcha.
Moxie, you're just still sitting there.
She's
with this thing
she
clutched
has
to your
not
chest.
moved. Yep.
Your heart's going. You wait, maybe a minute, but it feels like an hour.
However long it takes them until they exit their room, because she can see. I assume she could see them leave.
I'd say maybe
because the space is across. From
I'd say
them, right?
maybe 2 minutes for that conversation, and then you can see Cass pull up her goggles, or virtuality goggles, and says, or she doesn't say anything, she just points, looking at you. Towards the exit.
I'm gonna put my agent on silent. Is that a thing I can do?
Yes.
I'm gonna put my agent on silent.
Okay.
Stop the recording.
Okay.
I did get some pictures of the car, right?
Oh yes. Yeah,
I was in the process of it. Okay, yeah.
You were just in the process of getting all the footage that you wanted when the call came.
Cool. She's gonna put her agent away.
It makes it a little awkward when I'm trying to tell multiple stories at one time.
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure, because if not, I was going to spend the time to do it now. But as long as she's got them, we're good.
Yep.
She's gonna crawl.
Okay.
Underneath the windowsill, so she can get the car.
Roll your thing, stealth.
I have to roll stealth. Okay.
Yeah, stealth.
16.
16. Okay. In fact, all of you should roll a stealth if you want to try to escape the building without making any noise.
What's a 7 plus stealth?
7 stealth. 18.
Okay.
Stealth.
All right.
15.
So, 15. All right. The 4 of you are able to slowly make your way through the building, trying to be as quiet as possible. Occasionally, somebody scrapes their foot, knocks something over, but it doesn't make a lot of sound. You make it to the, I assume, the far side of this building, on the side away from the construction, you said, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're sitting in front of the, it'd be the back of the apartment complex, where there's a rusty looking fire escape kind of collapsed partially, hanging off the side of the building, and dumpsters and all sorts of trash. There's kind of like a small parking area next to another building that belongs to, I don't know, a small Chinese food restaurant.
We're just trying to get out the back way and move
You're
as
right
far away.
there. You're right there. Where are you going?
Whatever direction if this is the construction site and our building's here over here, this way.
Okay. So you're
We're
walking
just gonna
away.
we'll make a big loop around and away. We're just gonna get away from it and then take other streets back that aren't
Back
right
to
next
where?
to it.
Where are you going though?
Back to the
bar.
The bar.
Oh, you're going all the way back to the hovel.
Well,
That's
no, we'll
okay.
probably go. No, let's probably go back down. Let's go find. Let's get a few good solid blocks away, and then we can recap what we've learned and talk and chit chat about it somewhere away from it, and hopefully somewhere more private.
Okay.
Not here. I want to put some blocks between us.
Sure. Watson is kind of a developmental zone, but heavy industrial buildings are being put up here, at least where you guys are, which is closer to Northside. At this stage, I guess you're probably slow to a stop in front of some kind of like a machinery warehouse type looking building, and
We're not being followed, correct?
would you like to roll a perception?
Roll
to check?
perception. I would. Can I put some combat?
The two that you have, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 2 plus that is 9. 19.
19. No, there doesn't appear to be anybody following you. Just some
Drone or
normal-
otherwise.
Oh, you look at the skies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to, I mean, there are drones flying through the air here. Rarely. But there occasionally a drone zooms over, but it looks like BAU.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, so they've chain linked the fence off, so they'll have 2 or 3 good access points for construction equipment to move in and out and workers' vehicles. But I only saw 2 guards at any point circling during the day. Did anyone else see anything different?
She says, all I saw in the small time we were there was one.
Okay.
There were
Moxie?
two. Two from what I can see.
Okay.
Where
Did you
were
get
the
any
two
more?
that you saw?
And she'll explain because player me has a horrible visual, but she'll explain what she saw.
I saw them basically walking on the perimeter opposite of each other
On
around the
chain
chain
link.
link fence.
Right, the one I saw was on the on the opposite side of the rubble.
Right. So it looks like they're, at least during the day, walking those 2. I didn't see any, I couldn't get a good angle inside the chain link fence.
So at the other side of the rubble, is that what Moxie couldn't see?
You couldn't see it very well, yeah.
Okay, so there was my 2 and Cammy saying she saw one where I couldn't see.
Right.
Okay, that's 3.
So it's 3 total?
That's 3. At least.
Yeah. Would I use a tactics roll to think if they would increase security at night?
You may roll
Or
a
if they would
tactics
leave it
to
to
see.
you.
Yeah.
Gotta love tactics. I mean, I guess I could roll the 2. So.
Just let him do it.
12?
12? If they really wanted to protect something.
They've got drones. What kind of gear did they have inside? Did anyone see inside the fence?
Machinery. A tent. Computer. Guy who runs it.
What was he running?
The machinery.
You said there was a drone?
No one said that yet. Was there anything?
That was right. That was the yes. There's whatever the name for the giraffe-looking drone was. That
Graph 3.
Thank you.
Good. That would be what I would ask for machinery. Okay, well, that's several million eddies. Probably. Lord knows.
She says, I don't think they're that much, but 50K probably, yeah.
Well, they're not going to want anyone to strip that thing down in the middle of the night.
No, I would guess not. I would guess they don't even leave it here at the night.
Probably. So, all right, well, we kind of have a rough idea of the layout now. We can come back when closer to night. It's definitely not going to be worth trying to go in there during the day. And we can try to see what the security level's at night and see if we can't sneak in there and move some stuff. But did anyone see what was left of the rubble or what was going on?
There wasn't much left.
Most of it's been cleared.
That's awfully fast. So, all right, well, what do you think, Moxie?
Can I make a deduction check to see if there's anything worth going back for?
Yes, you may.
I don't have deduction, and I'm a retard, so I don't know anything about it.
Me either.
I don't do good at solving puzzles. I'm bad at riddles.
I go bang bang.
Yeah. Designated trigger puller.
23.
23? Damn. Got Sherlock Holmes. You definitely saw a number of places that they have not cleared well enough that you could maybe, I mean, if there's any holes you could get in there, or if you had any other method to pull back some concrete, you need to be able to make some noise, but you definitely think there's nooks in there that you could search. Certainly. And several.
That being said, there's still several places that they haven't looked. Probably a bunch of things we could scavenge. The only problem is we need to be able to make noise.
Why would you knock down the only building occupied in the area to rebuild another building?
You want it to look newer?
But you could knock down any of these other buildings and build the tower. I'm just curious, I guess.
I don't know.
Moxie looks directly at Angus.
Yeah, I think everybody turns to Angus to look. Roll your deduction, Angus.
It's not a very high roll. I rolled a 2. We're going to attach that to my intelligence, so we're going to get an 8. I don't know. Like, if they'd have asked me for it, I would have given it to them. I would have literally given them almost any amount of... They could have given me any amount of money, and I would have given them the building. I don't care. I have no idea why that location and not another.
Who did they ask? Maybe
Tactics.
Can
I roll tactics? Can I roll tactics is why they would want that location over others based on this position.
Sure.
Well, at least I rolled a 9.
How long have you...
How long what?
long?
17.
17?
Yeah.
Tactically, yeah. Comms.
Yeah, see, deduction's not my strength. Tactics, though. Listen, I suppose this location is... If you're going to broadcast from a location, you're going to try to move... So they're a new company, Moxie, you said? They're trying to move into the area, Moxie? That's what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you're going to establish a forward base, you need to establish a forward base in a location that allows you to have maximum coverage for communication, eyesight, and security. If taking over a media landscape is the same as taking over a battlefield, then that location is a pretty good location for setting up comms for distribution and coverage, maximizing your output for what input you're getting into it. That might be why they wanted that building and not another.
Fair enough.
Once again, though, couldn't tell you why they didn't just go through and buy it. I got to roll that there blank, because I know that they did try to.
Oh, you're lying? Yeah. You should probably roll it.
What am I rolling then for that? Is that perception? Is that or human perception
No.
or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Just 19.
And then for you guys, it's all human perception.
That's not going to be good for Moxie. I'm gonna do real bad against Moxie.
No, her human perception isn't that great.
Oh, really? Media person?
That's one of my best stats.
I think it's an empathy skill.
It is an empathy skill.
Then yeah, then.
I mean, it's a 17. So you're lucky you rolled high.
That's as high as I could roll without critting.
I got 17.
No, I only got a 16.
16, nice. Okay. Yeah, you beat them all. Nobody has any reason to question you.
Never again.
Plus, you don't show emotion, so it's hard to read you.
It is hard to read me. Because in my head, when I'm saying that, what I'm thinking to myself is, I have to go to my parents' house and
All
kill
right.
both of them.
You guys, what would you like to do for the evening then?
Well, I think we're going to need to come back, take a quick perimeter check of what the security is, and
Okay. So you guys head back to to the hovel to wait until evening?
rest up. And
I
this next time around at night, I'm going to be fully geared up for moving the streets at night.
Okay.
I would like to before we take off here, can me and Cammy G kind of go walk by and see what kind of uniforms these guards are wearing?
You want to casually walk by?
Yeah, like
a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Moxie will stay over here, like a very bitter couple.
Moxie's on her agent. She wants to look up something. She has no idea. Like, she's just ignoring you entirely.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Like a married couple.
So let us do that. You guys make your way back the several blocks. And you're going to try to do I guess it's kind of like a...
Is it acting?
Sure, yeah, acting.
Great.
Is there acting?
Cass is like, I didn't take anything in acting.
Yes, and I
James-
have the skill.
Is
James
it an
says
acting?
you should tell them you don't respect their authority.
Games. Where's acting under?
I'm trying to I'm
Performance.
trying to
I see
pull.
it. It's cool.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah. Oh my god. What's her cool?
And boom.
Nice.
Woo!
Re-roll and add it. Nice.
17 plus 2 for
Good.
acting and cool for 6.
27.
19, 25.
25, yeah.
Oh, 6 for cool. Okay. Cool.
You better hope she rolled at least passable, because if you just look like you're super comfortable and casual, and she looks like she's just struggling to be there,
Like,
they're gonna
ma'am.
think you kidnapped her.
Yeah.
Ma'am, are you
Ma'am, are
okay?
you
We're
If
alright?
gonna-
that happens,
Remember, you
I'll
alright?
just pull her. If that happens, I'll just pull her in and kiss and just make it look like
looks like you're
No.
forcing yourself on her. Yeah, that's
not
a good
really,
idea.
but
That's-
yeah.
Okay. So you guys casually walk down the street. I don't know. She gives you a little shove. You give her one back. She jogs a few steps ahead. You do this kind of cutesy flirting thing as you walk by. And the guard, one of them who's walking down the road, you see distinctly at this point two as you walk up to the building. He says, "Hey, don't mean to be a bother, but would you mind getting to the other side of the street? This one is... We don't want you getting hurt with any of the debris."
Gotcha. Yes, sir.
He nods. Thank you. At this range, you do see the guy. He's wearing a patch on his shoulder that's of a guy with mirror shades pulled down a little over his eyes, and he's looking, and it says "Smart Boy Security."
Gotcha.
Hope they're terrible.
You two make your way to where he asked, across the kind of like roundabout way. And you see those two, and confirming what your suspicions were, you see a third person walking around from the back. As you get close, or in that small time you get close, yeah, you just see you're only able to get to the end of the chain link fence before the actual building starts, before you're asked to cross the street. But you see the three construction vehicles, the dump truck, the crane, the bulldozer, all in action, and the giraffe kind of pulling, or the Graph 3, pulling rocks off and also moving them over to the dump truck. The guy controlling it. You also see some boxes that are open with crowbars, sledgehammers, and shovels. Some guys are actually in the midst of the rubble, clearing it off as well. Maybe about 2 or 3.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Head back that way.
Okay.
To the bar.
I think we're gonna call it here. We can pick up next week.
Dang it.
That'd be
You
fun.
guys wanna
Yeah,
play
that'd be
tomorrow?
awesome.
All right. Let's close this off, guys. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
watching,
everybody.
everybody.
Pengi for bringing a raid in. Thank you.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you
yeah.
for that.
That
Yes,
is so
thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you, Pengi. You're awesome. I have some closing things to say, but I never leave my stuff open because I'm dumb. Okay, so like I said before, we're on a road to affiliate. Please give us a follow, please, very much, and share us with your friends. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe us. You can check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I think that's everywhere we are anyway. I think we're on Tumblr too, though. And then my last announcement, unfortunately, is some sad news. It is with sorrowful remorse that I say that Ewan will be departing from our group soon. He'll be here for our next episode. Then after that, his schedule conflicts with our streaming schedule too much, and down the road we might be able to host him as a guest here and there. So we have
I will
that
be
to look
looking forward to it.
but he will not be a regular cast member, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry guys.
It's all right, man. We will miss you, buddy.
You will be missed.
Yeah, it's a hard role to replace, but thank you for playing with us. But he'll be here next week, so no worries. And we'll have Wraith back next week, so we'll have a 4-player party
Okay.
plus me.
4-player plus the excellent DM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
As Cammy G.
As Cammy G. Yep.
It's Cammy G, a polar opposite version of you.
I love y'all. Have a good night.
Have a good one. Thank you guys
Have a
so
good
much.
one.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy yourselves.
Bye-bye.
Do we all do this?
We
Don't
could.
know.
Do we all do that?
Give them little parts.
If you want to do that, you can do
I think
that.
we've done it. Look,
All right.
except
It's
for
done. Yeah.
you. Yeah.
All right. Bye.